2020. And it's Tuesday evening. So we're going to do viewer game analysis. This will be a slightly longer than 3 hour stream, probably closer to 3.5 hours. I just taught my class that I teach sometimes on Tuesday nights. It was a sponsored class. Charles Marshall was the patron, and we had a lot of people sign up, maybe about 14, which is pretty good for our online classes. And in principle, I will be on Chess TV tonight from 9 to 11. So we should get a huge jump in viewership in an hour. It's Kangaroo. He's still awake. It's people. Hello. Let me refresh the stream so we can, something. Ace deuce. Something. It's ya boy and Chips Ahoy. That is correct. It says we have 0 viewers. All right, I'll move this over here, and I'll move this over here. We had to move the computer back and forth because, I lecture in the other room. I don't lecture in this room. We need more cameras and stuff and equipment and such. Mainly and such. First is correct, except for one thing. Let's see, that was the wrong thing to push. That was the right thing to push. Let's see, mainly and such is correct. Man, looks like somebody's been asleep for a year. No more beard. I think you're in the wrong stream. I don't think I've ever had a beard. All right, we have almost 100 people watching. 99, that's the right amount. Go Ben. 100 centijuice from Freddie Potzer. You're the Potzerist, although Potzerius may disagree. Let's see, 99 is correct. Now, what's funny is the game we're going to look at first is my game. It was submitted by my opponent, and he said, this game is the greatest game ever since the Neverending Story. I played this game against Ben on stream yesterday. I'm quite proud of how I did. The engine says I played 80% and Ben played 95%. This was played October 25th. My opponent's 1299. I quote Ben during the stream. This game is interesting. That's a good quote. My own analysis, blah, 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 blah. That's good analysis. All right. I glossed over it a little bit, but that was for your benefit. Troy Haskin, 100 centijuice. Hooray. Blunder McYam subscribed. Yay, reported. What did I do? It's Thaddeus. Go Thaddeus. It's too bad the guy who sponsored the lecture that I just gave, Charles Marshall, I had to ban him from the stream, which was an unusual tactic to ban the sponsor. And when they said why, I said I wanted to try out the Marshall Gambit. So, but like against Capablanca, it didn't work. It didn't work. All right, we have a train. The train's starting pretty low. Pretty low. All right, so my opponent said he's the best or something. I don't know. All right, so we transpose into a Scotch. So if you're under 18, watch it. It's young for Scotch. Whoa. I clicked the wrong button. Okay, so bishop c5. I play bishop c5 when I'm black in a Scotch. Knight f6 is probably slightly more common. Close. Knight takes is a move. Bishop e3 is a move. c3 is a move. Knight b3 is a move. Queen f6. Okay, in this position, grandmasters either play queen f3, which is the most common, or queen to d2. Bishop e3 is not considered a good move. And I'm not sure which way I should take on c6, but I didn't take on c6. The engine does not approve. The engine wants me to just take with a pawn. D takes. I'm threatening this. I'm threatening this. And, okay, now the engine says queen h4 check is okay. I try to play the silliest or the trickiest move, whichever is funnier. G3, queen takes e4. So black's down a piece, but black's threatening the knight and the rook on h1. He played queen d4, which is the engine move. And the engine wants me to take this now. Says I'm better. I took this. Now it says it's about equal. Played knight c3. He should just take on g7, of course. No reason not to do that. And then I took the rook. Now the engine wants me to develop my knight and not let him, get this in. Yeah, now it says white's better. So actually, I should have taken that rook, because when I lose my rook. Okay, queen f3 is the right move, stopping him from castling. Queen e3 is right, and the engine says this is equal. Black's up a pawn, but okay, I have some issues. Queen h7 is fine. d6 is legal. Queen d3. Okay, after queen d3, black's actually winning here, and I blundered. I should have played queen g1 check, which, according to the engine, I'm winning in that position. But I traded queens because that seems safer. It is safer. Now it's like slightly better for white. All right, bishop there doesn't look very good. And this is just a drawn endgame. Nobody's even better here. All right. Trading bishops gave white the advantage because white has a passed pawn. b4, that doesn't look very good. a5, he should just take on a5. Always take everything. a5 is a terrible move. Yeah, and then a4 is a great move because that pawn is in danger of queening. All right, now the game's equal, it says. Still equal. Equal game. And that's a blunder that loses the game. Knight takes c6 check is equal, it says. But now his h-pawn isn't strong anymore because I stopped it. Yeah, now my a-pawn is strong. And his h-pawn isn't strong. Yeah, so now black's winning. And obviously he should play knight a1, but I just push my pawns and I win. So, letting me queen is silly, though. Proving he's not cheating. All right. So that game, I started out with a big advantage. I threw it all away. It was about equal. Then he was better, or it was equal the rest of the game. And then in the end game, probably in time trouble, he messed up. Although, it seems to me he played way better than 1299 rating. And it also seems to me I played much worse than 95%. So maybe I play 80% and he played 95%. Queen G1 was better earlier. Correct. Yeah. Right. Yeah, the engine says this is completely winning. Obviously, King D2 hangs his rook, so he has to play Bishop F1. Always play Bishop F1. And now this move wins. That stops him from castling, and Rook E8 is unstoppable. So my queen, rook, and bishop are all over his king, and his h-pawn's weak. So rook here's coming, and then my knight can come out, and then his his pieces are terrible. Yeah, with correct play, the best he can do is I'm up 2.2. King D2 is the best move. Hanging this pawn would check. Although it says rook E8 is good. Bishop G4 is the key move. If he gets to castle, then he's fine. But once I play here, then he's in trouble. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't play Queen G1. I traded queens into the slightly worse ending, which I won in 1,000 moves. It doesn't seem like I played 95 that game. It seems like I made like 6 or 7 bad moves. Okay, it was 55 moves, but still. He seemed to play much better than 1299, but he made a lot of mistakes also. So I guess the moral of the story is don't play chess because you'll make too many mistakes. A good analysis by me. Very heartwarming analysis. All right, let's see. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of everything. Let's see. That looks like a PGN that's not going to work, so we'll just delete it. If I just keep deleting the games you send, we'll get the games down to 0. Otherwise, it's just going to be 1,000 games all the time. The Grob opening Grob Gambit. Well, I got to look at that. Also, you sent in a game. Oh, you won that game. I thought you sent in a game you lost. I was like, what? Nobody ever does that. All right, this is from Casper VLD. He's a friend of this stream. He knows how to donate. He's not averse to donating. Okay, and he's black, obviously. Frankly, this is a 3-minute game. All right, something good happened. I don't know what. Oh, Maelstrom X subscribed. Go Ben, correct. Ralph Wiggins subscribed. Go Karen. Oh, all right. Always send in games you lost. That's right. All right. 286 viewers, etc. Hey, I wonder how many subs I have. I'm guessing not too many. 1842, that's more than I expected by quite a bit. Since I didn't stream yesterday. Okay, so we got Casper. And I lost my mouse. There it is. We'll flip the board in case my comer shows up. It's the Grob opening Grob Gambit. Didn't see that coming. Now, when I'm black, I like to play this exchange sacrifice. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I like sacking the exchange. Yeah, and I've had black in this position, obviously only in blitz chess. The engine actually says black's better here. I guess it's a good exchange sacrifice. So, all right, so he played e6. It's the Grob Gambit, Grob opening. Something. G4, very suspicious. But I have a funny story about G4. Most people don't. At the World Open, before you guys were born, Wolf and Anand played some blitz chess. And one of them played G4 on move 1 for some reason, and they won. And then when they switched colors, the other one played G4 and he won. So $10. Capablanca's donated. Many hours of chess and humor. How do you improve 2150 ELO? You practice by doing. You got to do a lot of analysis on your own. It's a lot of hard work. I don't recommend it. Yeah, you got to play good players. If you're 2150, play people who are better than you, which shouldn't be hard to find, and then analyze the games for hours. That's how you get better. That's how you get better at bridge, too. And backgammon and poker and everything. Play people who are better than you, and then analyze what actually happened. Now, let's talk about Trump, because you reminded me of Trump. GM Evil Morty is gifting a sub. Thank you. All right, let me explain why everybody's terrible at everything. Imagine there was a surgeon, and then he performed surgery and his patient died. And he said, yeah, that patient was always going to die. No surgery could have saved him. Then he performs another surgery and the patient dies. And he says, yeah, the other doctor who came in the surgery, he made a mistake. And the next patient, he has surgery, the guy dies. And he says, yeah, the nurse really messed up on that one. And then the next patient comes in, does surgery, and the guy dies, says, yeah, I'm really religious, and I'm pretty sure there was, God just said we got to get this guy now, and so forth. And what you're doing is the guy's giving reasons why his patients are dying when it's his fault. He's not doing the appropriate analysis. He's just blaming somebody else. This is why that reminded me of Trump. So when you play poker and backgammon and bridge and chess and pool and tennis and so forth, and then you lose, most people are like, well, I lost because last night I didn't get a lot of sleep because some dog was barking and, whatever. And then they just give a lot of excuses as to why they lost. And they don't analyze why they actually lost, so they just keep losing forever. Okay, if you see the movie The Hustler, 1961, you'll understand. What you need to get to analyze better is to do lots of analysis and analyze with better players and with engines and just do a lot of work. And if you keep doing it and you get better at it, you'll get better at chess. Now, the only way to get good at something is to work really hard, which I don't recommend. That's hard. So, is it worth it? Yeah, the answer is fries. Yeah. Now, obviously, if people are playing G4 on move one, So instead of Trump trying to figure out why he lost, he says there was cheating, everybody cheated everywhere, and they only cheated in the states I lost. In the states I won, there was no cheating. Okay? So he's not trying to find out why he lost. He's just like everybody else. Oh, it wasn't my fault. I didn't lose. I won. Everybody cheated. That's not accurate analysis. That's just, people don't want to be responsible for things that happen to them, so they blame outside forces all the time. Okay, that's truth hurts. 100 sentences. Yeah, Trump's not a guy who works really hard. That's right. The guy who wrote The Hustler, not Hustlers. The guy who wrote The Hustlers, Walter Tevis, who also wrote Queen's Gambit. That is correct. That's right. Biden used Stockfish, and Trump used Fritz 5.32. Yay, 100 sentences. Nick Rumprost. Yeah. 5,000 sentences from, I'm sure it says something, but X3M1ST. What's that supposed to say? Chemist? I don't know. Anyway, thank you. Oh, it is chemist. Good. I got lucky. Now, donating 5,000 centijus is good because I like that. But more importantly, it's good for you because the 5,000 centiju thing never stops moving. So I can just move up in the stream and watch it forever and just stop streaming. Ooh, shiny. Yeah. It keeps doing stuff. The 10,000 one is red. Yeah, that made me like red better than blue for some reason. It was a trick. Yay, 5,000 centijus. Hooray. Go Ben is correct. Yeah. Old version. The Dems are better at it? I don't think the Dems are better than the Republicans at anything. Republicans are more criminal, they're more cheating, they're more evil, they're more racist, they're more white supremacists. I mean, they're terrible people. The Republicans got everything. They eat better food. Terrible. Yeah. Go Fritz. Yeah. Yeah, I think the DSM like 7 or 8, when it comes out in 20, 30 years, it'll list being a Republican as a mental illness. Yeah. They're the racists. That's correct. Yeah. Yeah, if the Democrats were cheating, they would have won the Senate. Man, terrible. I guess they could still get the Senate, but I doubt it. Yeah. Also, they wouldn't have lost House seats. Damn. Also, Trump wouldn't have beaten Hillary. And then let's see, lots of other things. Reagan wouldn't have beaten Carter in 80, so forth. Okay. Nixon. All right, so what was I doing? Oh, yeah, knight d7. That's a good move. It's legal. Knight e5 is a move that is attractive to a low-rated player because it threatens things. Queen b5. And then he's like, oh, I didn't see that. So he just went back. All right, now, speaking of being attracted to a low-rated player, I mean, that would basically be all of your girlfriends and wives. They're attracted to low-rated players. Chance 10 by 10 subscribed. Hooray! If you had to pick one, analyze your own games or master level games. They're both good. You should become a master, then you get 2 for 1. So become a master, then you can analyze master games and your own games at the same time. Hope you like that answer. Okay, now I was making fun of knight e5 because 95 is what a low-rated player would do. It attacks the queen. Then when the queen moves away, they're like, aw. Okay, now white topped black in that ilk by playing bishop b7, the most dangerous move in all of Christendom, says the atheist. Yeah. What girlfriend is also correct? You can have an imaginary girlfriend. No. All right. So black played rook b8, and white went no. Man, g4, and then move the bishop and the queen every move. That's what the opening books tell you. And leave these guys at home where they can't get hurt. Terrible. All right, so that was bad, and he should feel bad. All right, and black got the wrap it up button. c6, I don't understand. c6, hang upon. All right. Queen f4, hanging the queen. This is a very common mistake that's made on my stream and also when I'm not streaming. So player A, which is black, threatens a pawn from player B, which is white, and player B says, well, I can defend that. And the rest of the board doesn't matter to them. So an example would be you want $1 and you look in the very busy street and you see $1. So you go get the $1. You get hit by 10 cars, but you got that $1. So obviously when you're focused on something and you forget about everything else, that's bad. And white was focused on this and he walked into a fork. Frankly, terrible. And somehow black was able to win. It seems like queen takes e3 would be better, but all right. I guess it doesn't matter. All right, and then white resigned, which was correct. Now, what were the ratings of these players? Now, according to this, white's rated 1438. Oh, also, this says white lost on time here. He didn't resign. It's hard for me to believe that this isn't Lichess. Although I think it's chess.com. Oh. Like 1438 Lichess is like 100. That's about how white played this game. About 100. I was white 25-5 against 2280 on 1800. Last round for first. I needed a win, needed a draw. I forgot theory. Okay. Correct plan, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So this is no toe. He didn't versus opponent. So we'll paste. And then we'll go here. Let's see. He says, I was white, so that's a no toe. And he's 1,800 FIDE. That probably means like 1,200. And then he's playing 2280 FIDE. So that's probably like 1,100. All right. And this was 25-minute, 5-second increment. Unless it's 5-second delay. We'll never know. Probably increment. Practice against the computer? Nah. Let's see. What does everyone think of the Queen's Gambit? Never heard of it. Forgot to mention I have a game posted. Ah, that's why he gave 5,000 sentences. Well, then you're next. Does it say chemist? Does it say your name? Or do I have to look for hours for it? Why are these games so bad? Well, because we're analyzing them. I mean, that's, when you analyze games, then they're not good. Pim Jesus 420 continued the gift sub. Good handle, good handle. Yeah. Wait, did I mention how terrible Trump was? I did? Okay. Now, I have to warn you, over the next few days and weeks, you should really be on the lookout for Canadians. If Canada decides to attack the U.S., I don't think we can do anything about it. I mean, basically everything in the Pentagon is leaving. So we have no defense anymore. So Canada could just run over us. So if you see a group of people and they have like hockey sticks or brooms, and they say A instead of huh, I would go the other way. You got to watch it now. 1,000 centidues. Thanks, well hung rook. They said you was hung. They was right. Yeah. That's right. The Germans will like that. Can I mention Lichess? You can. You think Lichess is going to attack the U.S.? Maybe. Yeah. Go Raj. 45. Well, bits. When this game is over, everybody in the chat remind me to look at Chemist's game because he gave 5,000 centidues and then some. Yeah. The Tooth Hurts subscribed with Prime. That's the cheapest way to do it. Let's see. I'm the funniest. Yay, go Justin Trudeau. There's a lot of Trudeaus. Pierre Trudeau? I don't know. Okay, so Noto he didn't. He lost to 2280 FIDE. It was a Queen's Indian. I tells you. All right, still theory. All right, seems all right. I think in this position, GMs play knight e5. I'm pretty sure that's what they do. I don't think they take this. Yeah, the engine's not a fan of that. Yeah, you don't want to. I mean, you want to have this tension here because you got this bishop here. You're not minding very often when they take that because you're opening up your bishop. All right, so it's pretty equal. Maybe black's a little better. E4 seems, something. Maybe he could fianchetto his queen instead. Knight f6 is legal. Bishop f4 is legal. Barely. Yeah, this is just really nice for black. Yeah, I'm pretty sure c takes d5 is just a mistake. And then e4 is also a mistake. So you get this bad position for white. Yeah, this is no fun. It's a little fun. Never trade. Yeah, this is how I play when I'm black, except I don't play this well. Terrible. Timothy Robert Ryan subscribed. Thank you. Sounds like a serial killer. Yeah, you can't play f4 because your king is too weak then. So don't play f4. In this particular position, black isn't actually threatening to win material because the a7 pawn is loose. So you could play a3 here and try to get rid of some pawns. That would be better. f4 is just way too weakening. I wouldn't take that, but that's fine. Yeah, white's king is too exposed. Can't do anything. Yeah, the thing is, the king can never go to certain squares because when the knight checks, that picks up the queen. So this is the only move that doesn't lose the queen, is king h3. Still loses, though. Yeah. And here you just resign because the guy's got a queen of c pawn. Yep. Yeah, the engine says plus 13 for black. God damn. So that was just too passive for white. Your first mistake was in this position. You should play queen c2 or knight here. And you want to keep these pawns here as long as possible. Because you don't want to trade this pawn for this pawn. That pawn's blocking the knight, blocking the rook. So taking this is a real mistake. And then e4 is, you can't play e4. You're just weakening your position for no reason. So taking is a mistake, e4 is a mistake. Now you're just clearly worse. And then things just went downhill. Like this might not be losing, but it's very bad for white. White should play something like here. Ah, that's better. Then white's fine. Yeah, your opponent was too good. That wasn't very nice. Now, if I was a betting man, I would say black played about 98 that game. God damn. White played really well that game. Sometimes you lose because the guy plays too good. Yeah, I'm gonna do a report on that. I'm thinking Black played 98. I thought usually on the stream, guys play like Rufus and Doofus. But now we're seeing a slow game, and the guy's 2280 FIDE, so all of a sudden they play better. Nothing you do is okay. 471 viewers to do. Hooray. That's more than the people that I'm watching that I follow. They all have like 5 viewers. Damn, harsh. Yeah, Black played way too good that game. Play weaker people. That guy's too good. Let's see. Report. Black played 98.6. See, I'm not as dumb as best testing indicates. Yeah, Black played 19 best moves, 5 excellent, 2 good, 8 book. That is it. No inaccuracies, no mistakes, no blunders. And if your opponent plays 98.6 and you're 1800 FIDE, then you're going to lose. Sorry. But you play too passively. C takes D5, you can't do that. And then E4 is also a mistake. Those are the only mistakes that I noticed. Otherwise, you just got outplayed. Yeah, the report said 98.6 for Black. White played 93.5. How do you know their FIDE rating? Because he told me. He wrote a long soliloquy about who they were. He said he was born in a cotton field. Yeah. I was Black and I lost. We made some frankly terrible moves. All right. Frankly, they were terrible. Those are my favorite kind. I was Black. I'm 1700. My opponent's 1900. It's a classic time control. Then he said they played terrible, but there were a lot of passed pawns that was fun to look at. All right. Let's see. No, you don't play well trying to learn. No lying on my stream. Oh, yeah, I already did the wrong game. All right, we'll get rid of that. Thanks for reminding me, because I already forgot. I have a good memory, except for one thing. All right, now I have 800 games here, so I don't know how to find his game. I'll just keep looking, and then I'll give up eventually. That's not it. That's not it. A lot of these games are my games. People are playing me on stream and they're like putting their games on me on the thing here. Well, I don't see your game yet, Chemist. You can put it on again or tell me what day you put it on. There's like 1,000 games here. So I'm looking at all of them, but I don't see it. Terrible. Probably have another name like Joe. Okay, I looked at every game and I don't see it. So, I don't know, put it on again? I don't know. 1027. And is it Chemist or it's something else? Same name? Okay. 1027. That's way before I was looking. 1026. 1026. 1026. No. 1027. There it is. Both about 750, 10-minute game. I'm Black and I won. My goal was to maintain tension and punish their blunders. Should I have castled earlier? Blah, 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 blah. Here's 5,000 centidues. He didn't write that, but... All right. And then both about 750. Okay, so this game is about 750. And Chemist is Black. Now, Chemist, let me tell you a long, boring story so that you're furious that you're even on my stream. When I was younger, there was a strong chess player in the United States. He was between 2450 and 2520 USCF. His name was David Glick. Nobody can spell his last name, but it was Glueck. And he was a nerd, and he had 3 siblings, and the 4 of them all got 1520 or higher on the SAT. He got 1520. He was the worst in his family. He eventually quit chess because he was getting, mad Ivy degrees like, Romney. And currently, he's a chemistry professor at Dartmouth. I'm assuming, even though you're a chemist, since your rating is 750, that it's not you, because otherwise you'd be 2,500. But yeah, he's at, where is he a chemistry professor? Brown? No. Dartmouth? I'm going to say Dartmouth. I probably already said it was Dartmouth. I think it's Dartmouth. He's a chemistry professor there, but I haven't seen him in 25 years. Yeah. Let's see. So he said, LOL. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, if any of you went to Dartmouth and took chemistry, then you know who he is. Yeah. Yeah, he had like really thick glasses. Yeah. Maintain tension, Kaidanov is correct. He retired. No. He's like 2 years older than me. Yeah, okay, I guess you can retire in your 50s. Yeah. I didn't know he retired. Back to chess. Go, David. I haven't seen David Glick since before you guys were born. Went to Dartmouth Landscape. Well, that's different. Yeah. 499 viewers. All right. Now, also, Dr. Paul Pochel, the doctor he got a PhD in chemistry, and he was a chemist for, I think they turned into Pfizer, but they were some other company first. Maybe. And maybe Pfizer bought them, or maybe they were Pfizer. Yeah, so he was a chemist for Pfizer for like 50 years. So I think he created and cured the coronavirus. Well, he died 10 years ago, but I hope he's cooking meth. I retired 3 years ago. All right. He's been cited close to 5,000 times. Who, David Glick? He's not a dumbass, although I guess in his family he was, but he wasn't a dumbass in general. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that he was a well-known chemist, but I figured smart guy, so, He's not like those Harvard guys that are good mathematicians. If I knew their names, I'd tell you. Well, first you got Aaron Pixton. I think he went to Princeton. And then there's the creme de la creme of chess-playing math professors. Noam Elkies. Yeah, you can compare your lives to his, and yeah. You guys can look up Noam Elkies now while I sit here and bask in my warming, glowing, warm glow. Yeah. If you knew how smart... Now, first of all, if you were going to have a movie and you needed to cast a nerd, Aaron Pixton and Noam Elkies, when they were younger, that's who you cast. It's not clear whose glasses were thicker. It's not clear. It's close. Noam Elkies is like my age, but, Aaron Pixton's still younger than me. He was younger than me before. Yeah. Right. Noam Elkies, Aaron Pixton was a good chess player. He was like my strength. Noam Elkies was 2350 maybe. Yeah. Noam, and then you got Elkies correct. Yeah, look up Noam Elkies, then be like, God damn. Yeah, he was a good problem composer also. Noam Elkies. Yeah, I think Noam Elkies is first, and then Aaron Pixton, and then the rest. As far as chess and math, like that, son. Yeah. Yeah, Noam Elkies is the youngest professor in Harvard history in anything. God damn. And then Aaron Pixton, when he was a teenager and or in his early 20s, I think a teenager, he won like the gold in the Math Olympiad 2 years in a row. Like in the world. Yeah, so he's not, man, his glasses were thick. God damn. Yeah, if you look up Aaron Pixton in Wikipedia, it says math, 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 math. By the way, he also played chess and he was 2-time U.S. junior champion. That's like an aside. But he's not Noam Elkies, but he's trying. But Aaron Pixton. Now the new mathematician is my student, although he's not my student anymore. Matt Larson. He's a PhD candidate at Stanford. And he graduated from Yale. Doesn't play a lot of chess anymore. Terrible, frankly. All right, hopefully you learned a lot about Noam Elkies and Aaron Pixton. John Nunn, that's too obvious. Let's see, high school tennis. What? Dr. Chess Gremlin says something. Yeah. That's right, old. Yeah. You explained what Elkies did, but that didn't really help me. But thanks. Yeah. All right. So this is the guy who donated, and he, let's see, what happened here? What did he say? What does that say? Talk to the audience. Ugh. I'm black and I won. All right. 200 centidues. Thanks, Grungewort. To the games. Okay, now black is the player who donated 5,000 centidues. So let's talk him up a little bit. Ooh, C6. Great. Good job. Now your opponent played like me. Queen F3. That's how I play. Terrible. Okay, so far perfect play by you. Good. E6 is good. Good. Taking a pin piece isn't good. But okay, your opponent's 750, so all right. You played knight h6, confusing the audience. I'm not sure why you went here instead of the natural square, but since you donated 5,000 centidues, that's a fine move. 200 centidues, terrible. 420 centidues, great. Go Fem Bingle, go Banana Band-Aid. Yeah, knight f6 would be more natural, but all right. Knight d4, threatening a pawn. You saw it, good. Castles is good. c5 is good. Knight b3 is, it's not a great square. c4. Now you have connect 4, and you played an explosive move. Yeah, so far you're playing quite well, and your opponent is not playing quite well. So good for you. Now, this is dangerous. You want to defend it with a knight or move it away. Defending it with a queen, that's a bit tenuous. Luckily, your opponent doesn't know what tenuous is, so it's fine. Yeah, you can actually win a piece with g5 here. Very dangerous looking move, but the queen can't stay on the knight. The engine line is never play f6. And the queen, you're losing a piece here. In fact, now we can find out why knight h6 was so good. All right, but you played queen b6, also good. Knight a4 because your opponent didn't see your bishop there. And this is a quite common mistake with low-rated players, is they love attacking things, but they don't see what their opponent can do. And I used to get paid by the hour, so then I would lecture for hours. So I'll make this succinct. The reason low-rated players are low-rated is very often they don't see moves their opponent can make, but they will see moves they can make. So now the low-rated player is confused, which makes sense. Here's why they're confused. They do some puzzle, and they're like, man, I'm the best. I solved that puzzle. Then they do another puzzle, and they're like, man, I solved that puzzle too. Why do I lose all my games when I play? The reason is, when you do a puzzle, the puzzle says, hey, you low-rated player, what's the winning move? Then you play the winning move, and now you think you're good. Then when you play in a tournament, you hang all your pieces because you're not making winning moves every move in tournaments because you don't have winning moves every move. You're just making the best moves you can find. And what happens is when it's not a puzzle and you're just playing regular-ass chess, low-rated players just blunder a lot. When it's a puzzle, they're like, oh, what's the answer? Aha! You check and you made them. So they understand that. But when their opponents can do things, they're not looking for that because that's not how they're getting good at chess. But that is how you get good at chess, is you find what your opponent can do. So when you play knight a4 and you have the white pieces, the reason you did it was for these aggressive intentions, but you have to realize your opponent has a white squared bishop and you don't, that the bishop's defending a4. It's not something you should miss, but it's something low-rated players miss all the time. They don't see their opponent's threats, they only see their own threats. Dangerous way of playing. And then here, I think after queen b6, white realized his knight was hanging, but then after all this jibba-jabba, then he forgot about it. He was like, God, Then he forgot his knight was hanging because he got so upset about his knight on a4. Okay, oh, give me the knight. All right, then you're up like a million pieces. Okay, now you made a move nobody can understand. Now, you gave 5,000 centidues, but you get to give 5,000 more if you play moves like this. Bishop f2? I mean, just move your bishop away. Your bishop's attacked, move it away. Then you're up 2 bishops. Bishop and a knight. Yeah, you can't go here. Also, there was no reason to play e5. Like, your opponent attacked your bishop, move your bishop away. Bishop f6, bishop c5. Now you're giving your bishop away. No. All right. Then here, you still have a bishop, so c'est pas différence. Man, e3 is getting risky over here. All right, now you made a very poor move, f6. Never play f6. And f6 actually loses the game. That's how bad it is. You're up a piece, but now you're losing. Your opponent's never going to find the winning move, so you're still safe. c5 is a great interference move. It attacks the bishop, it attacks the queen, and it gets rid of the defense of the e3 pawn. So if you decide to defend your bishop, rook takes e3 check, and your king is exposed. If you take the pawn, your bishop's hanging with check. So c5 is an excellent move. But he played takes, also okay. And neither one of you noticed your bishop was attacked. When you have pieces on the 4th and 5th rank, whether it's you or your opponent, those pieces can be captured. That's the most dangerous ranks for pieces. So the queen's attacking your bishop. You play bishop d7, you're winning. You blundered your bishop. He didn't see queen takes bishop. So now you're good again. Then you retreat anyway when it wasn't attacked. That's good. All right, now we're back into black winning again. Now your opponent gave up this and mate. What? That move's not good. God damn. That's one of the worst moves I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of moves. I don't know if your opponent didn't see bishop takes rook. Now, I like sacking the exchange, but this is not sacking the exchange because you can't take the bishop. He did take the bishop, but you can't take it. So rook c6 is a horrible blunder. Right. And in this position, you correctly played e2, and now you missed a very easy mate by playing another easy mate. You could play rook f1 check, he takes it, then you have 3 mates in one. Rook takes, pawn takes queen, and pawn takes rook. And you played the other mate, which is even meaner. And you made a rook instead of a queen. Very nice. Yeah. So there were a lot of mistakes that game, mainly by your opponent. But in this position, bishop f2, the guy's got 3 guys on f2, so don't do that. Also in this position, your king's on e8, and you played e4? What? No, you got a castle or something. Knight f5. You can't play e4, your king's on e8. Yeah, now you're at f6, the losing move. Yeah, terrible. And then for some reason, nobody took this bishop. And the worst move of the game was him playing rook c6 check. Take it. So this bishop did a lot of damage. You took on a4, you took on c6. Yeah. And then at the end was good. That was a good ending. Yeah. Yeah, basically, the way... Man, this joke is good. God damn. How am I so funny? I'll pat myself on the back for what I'm going to say. I mean, basically, the ending of the game was very nice. The rest of the game wasn't so good. So basically, you paid 5,000 centidues for a happy ending. And that's, that's a pretty good price. That's about right. Yeah, good deal. Yeah, the going rate, right. No, I mean, when he won, he showed his friends. They realized that it was a happy ending, so they all gave him a hand. That was good. Yay. 5,000 centidues, that's about right. All right, good job, good job. Fit de bucks, that's right. A perfectly cromulent game, that's right. That's how Peter does it when he's teaching. Now you know why his name is Peter. Yeah. 4,500 centidues more than you pay. No, boo. Yeah. All right, 600 viewers. You knew what this was. So, Little Turd subscribe with Prime. Hooray. Man, hard to keep streaming after that joke. Man. I mean, after the happy ending, how am I supposed to keep streaming? All right. Let's come look at this game. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Your channel's banned. We've taken your computer. We've crushed your computer into a cube. You have 5 minutes to move your cube. Damn. I'll thank that later for that donation, but I have to. I'm on Discord now, looking at these games. I'm gonna get rid of this. I gotta just get rid of all the games because there's too many games. All right, get rid of that. If I get rid of every game, then I'll, something. Okay, this is the game I tried to look at. And then somebody reminded me that I forgot to give the guy the happy ending. So, all right. Okay. No, but one thing I like about that game a lot, the game we just looked at. A second. Yeah. Like, even though there were a lot of mistakes, I think you're going to love that game a long time. That's what I think. Yeah. Let's see. Evan, yeah, Rudy Julie. 500 centidues from Rich5610. Man, I've always been wealthy, but after that donation, it's the first time I've ever felt rich. Frosty Balrog gifted you a sub, so I'm gifting you 500 bits. Not sure how they're related, but thank you. Yeah. Very good. Mountain Dew or crab juice? Ugh. Give me the crab juice. A master of my craft. Very good. Oh, man, on Family Guy, they got Kraft good. The last episode, too. They don't have ratings. They're not good. No. As an elitist, I can't tell you the ratings. Let's see. I opened ChessBase by accident because I'm good with a computer. White is 1935 and black is 1742. It was a classic time class. It was classic. My computer's breaking because ChessBase destroyed my computer. It says Windows is going to report. Let's see. Where'd my stream go? Confused. I lost my stream. This is strange. What's happening? Okay. The technical difficulties. Okay. Very technical. All right, so this was a slow game, and Black said it wasn't a good game, but there were a lot of passed pawns, So that makes up for it. Also, black lost, which is unusual. Yeah. Yeah, I lost the stream completely. I had to go back to the stream. So I just thought they banned me from Twitch, but I guess they didn't. Yeah. Okay. So whatever it is I was doing. Con. Yeah, grandmasters wouldn't play bishop g5. It weakens b6. So after, or b2, so after queen b6, that bishop's not so good on g5. So this is a normal book line position. Bishop e2 is the normal move. It's the short variation. So bishop e7. Now, the first move the engine gave was bishop c1. Is that the Ben Feingold engine? Damn. Okay, bishop e3, that's legal. These moves are legal, barely. Never play f6. Now we know who won the game. Yeah, this doesn't look good for black. Yeah, probably black should have taken on d3, not allowed this. Put it in h. I mean, you could take the pawn on e5, but it looks pretty dangerous to open the e-file. The engine doesn't do it. Yeah, actually, if you take on e5, I just trade and play bishop d4 and I win, because you can't defend g7. Huh, it's interesting. Yeah, this is... And then Papa John's. Okay, so knight h6, putting it in h. Bishop h6 is okay. Rook e1's okay. Castles is legal. Queen c2 is pretty good. That defends the pawn. White doesn't want to develop this. He just wants to win this pawn. All right. Queen b6 is a weird move. Always play knife f5. Knife f5 is actually a blunder, which shows you why he played queen b6. I was wondering why white wasn't developing his pieces. Maybe that's not his style. This is a pretty obvious blunder. You just take it and take this, and that's it. That's the end of the blunder. So white played knight f5, and black sacrificed the exchange, took on b2, and there's no defense to the rook and rook f8 and so forth. So now black is completely winning. Okay, and shouldn't have any problem winning this. King d8's a weird move, but all right. It's all right. Yeah, this is just black winning. Black has a bishop and a knight for a rook. Why would you play knight e4, then play knight c5? Why did he play knight c5? I guess to defend this, but you don't play knight here and then you go back here. So he could play b6, b5. His move wins, but the knight's great on e4. Like bishop c5 is coming later. Yeah, so knight c5 is a strange move. Still winning. So white has 4 connected passed pawns, but white still lost. Man, chess is hard. This must be the 6 passed pawns he was talking about. Yeah, and this is just winning for black. Black just pushes his pawn. c5 is good. Yeah, that move makes no sense. Yeah, this is black just winning easily. c3 is good. I think white won this game. I don't know how white won this game. This is like resignable for white. Yeah, black's playing great. 2 bishops, what else? Now here black made a mistake. Black's move is pretty nonsensical, actually. Like, this bishop's doing yeoman's work over here. So, like, rook d8 is the engine move to queen this. Bishop g5 is the human move, just blocking all the passed pawns and protecting this diagonal. So you could play, like, bishop d2 or knight d2 and then queen the c pawn. So this is the human move. This is the engine move to push the d pawn. King c6 is the Ben Feingold move. You played bishop c5, which is not as good. It's still winning, just not as good. Wow, knight f3 check. It's winning, but it's totally unnecessary to give away a piece. It's still winning, so, but it's unnecessary. Now, if he blunders, he won't be winning. Now you only have one winning move and you didn't find it because you sacrificed a piece. The winning move is rook to d8. And then there's just no defense to this. The engine actually just takes it. And then you win. You still have another pass pawn. But you played d2, and now you're not winning. And your opponent correctly took on d2 and correctly played rook d3. Yeah. Now your pawns aren't dangerous. You only have one pawn left, and these pawns are. Now the game should probably be a draw. You played bishop e3, which is a mistake. The engine plays rook h8 or rook e8 and says it's a draw. Not sure why. Yeah, king e2, gotta watch it. And rook d8 just probably loses. There's 4 passed pawns. God damn. The engine says it's equal, which is hard to believe. I guess this is a draw because the engine says so, but taking white all day. Bishop d4 is good. e6. King f6, it says loses. Yeah, the only way to draw here, since all 4 of these pawns are stopped, like if h5, there's bishop here, is we have to push these pawns and make them dangerous. Put the pawns here, make the white king babysit, and then just chill. Then just move the bishop around and it's a draw. So this is a draw, but black has to get his pawns going, then white has to babysit the pawns, then it's a draw. But instead, he played king f6, and now actually he's losing. He can't get his pawns up here to where they're dangerous because he lost the tempo with that. Yeah, now it's just easily winning. Yeah, the pawns aren't dangerous at all. White's pawns are pretty dangerous. Yeah. And then he resigned. So actually, even all the way up until you played king f6, this is still a draw. You just got to push your pawns, get him here, and then put your bishop here, and then it's a draw. But you never moved your pawns up, and so the pawns weren't dangerous. And it looks like when you went here, you were trying to figure out how to take all these pawns, but you can't take any of them, because then the other one's queen. If you take the f pawn, one of these pawns is going to queen for sure. The bishop can't stop them both. So you can never take any of the pawns. So that means you had to get your own pawns going. But it was unnecessary to sacrifice a piece here. Knight f3 check. It's winning, but you don't have to sacrifice a piece. Knight f7 wins easily. Might as well have the piece instead of sacrifice it. So that was very interesting. 6 passed pawns. What else? Confusing the audience, which is us. Now, I just noticed it's 9:05. So that means we're on Chess TV. We have 1,500 viewers instead of 500. They all missed my joke, which would have got me banned from everywhere. That's right. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Queen d3, question mark. Every move, question mark. That's correct. $100 centitudes. Tell that joke. What joke? Come again? Oh, snap. All right. Back to whatever it is I was doing. Let's see. You're bad and you should feel bad. 5-3 game. I'm black. Blah, blah, blah. You spelled weak pawn like the days of the week. Rated blitz. Lee chess. Okay, we'll just skip that. We can't look at Lee chess games. They're 1,700 on Lee chess is like 1,200 on another site. All right, let's see. Rated game. Yeah, Lee chess. You're banned and you should feel bad. Chess with Ovi. Chess with Ovi has to share this game because he's stuck at work and can't use Discord. I'm not even sure if it's a joke. All right, so here's another one of my games. It was played on June 16th. Me and Chess with Ovi. Submitted by somebody else. I'm someone else. All right, so I had white, and it was a 3-minute game. Let's see. I'm 1,200 on Lee chess. No. How much do I have to donate to get it reviewed? As much as you got. I'm literally 1250 chess.com and 17 Elite Chess. Yeah. Hi, Chess TV people. We're doing viewer game analysis. People who are subscribed to my channel, they go to my Discord. Currently, I have over 1,900 people on my Discord, and they submit a game, and we have like 100 games submitted, and we never get rid of them, and I keep analyzing them, but they just keep coming, and then more and more, and, you know, that's why the postal carriers sometimes go postal. Harker DW subscribe with Prime. L Jump subscribe with Prime. That's the cheapest way to do it. Yeah. Exactly. 1,599 viewers. All right, this is a game that I played in June. It was submitted by one of my moderators who submitted it for the guy who lost. We'll look at it from his point of view. Okay, I had the white pieces. We transposed into a French defense. Okay, pretty good game so far. Bishop d7 doesn't make a lot of sense, but all right. It's not bad. d5 is too aggressive. Boo! Knight e7 is actually the best move, but he played knight e5. Also good. Yeah, d5 is a terrible move by me. Knight takes isn't good. You shouldn't do that. Get my queen out there, connecting my rooks. Terrible. Official, Com subscribed. Com! e5, that's, legal. Queen takes f5. Double question mark, losing a piece. I just assume my opponent blundered because I'm playing Ovi. Now this looks good. You guys are like, wow, that's a great tactic. But it doesn't work. It looks good, and it doesn't win. It's like Anna Kournikova. $1,700 viewers to do. He played double exclam move, c6, winning the game, forking my queen and my bishop. So I resigned, except for one thing. When I was in St. Louis, before you guys were born, Anna Kournikova and Lindsay Davenport were in town to play a tennis match over at the St. Louis at the tennis center in Forest Park. But they stopped, well, they didn't. Lindsay Davenport stopped by the chess club, and I played tennis with her outside. So they put a tennis court in front of the chess club. So it was me and Lindsay versus Ray Robson and Irina Krush. I don't think we kept score, but, something. After DC, you have c7 check. Right, but I still lose a piece. So if I play DC, well, first of all, this wins a piece, but after here, I'm still down a piece. Because I'll lose a piece for the queen and the queen for nothing. So after c6, I'm losing. Let's see how long that lasted. Knight e4, good positional comp. Okay, now Ovi castle queenside, also good. All right, so Ovi's winning, opening up his king. Yeah, Ovi's completely winning. I have no hope. I got no chance. I got nothing. Still losing. Down a piece in the endgame. No hope. They did play f6, so I have some chance. Bishop b5 doesn't make any sense. Man, look at that counterplay, but not really. Yay, look at me. I'm Sandro. Okay, now he played quite a bad move. Basically, any move wins for him. He played b6, which actually, I'm winning now. I didn't play the winning move here. Just taking it wins. If he takes with the pawn, I have rook c4 check winning his bishop. Takes with the king, then this bishop's hanging. So I could have just done that, but I checked. Now I'm losing again. Rook d4. And this position I'm losing but his time ran out, so I won. Yay! I want to play Rook D8 and Rook B7 check and mate. So if his time didn't run out, here's what would have happened. I have spoken. So basically, I played a tactical trick which didn't work. As a consequence, he won a piece. The game went on and on and on and on and on, and then he lost on time. That's why I'm a grandmaster and he's chess with Ovi. Anna Kournikova was actually quite a good doubles player. Either that or her partners were good. She actually won a lot of doubles titles. Also, she was going out with some Red Wing. Which Red Wing I don't remember because it was 25 years ago. But, you know, I lived in Detroit. Yeah, the Detroit Red Wings. Yeah, Fedorov. Yeah, that's right. Now, I have a story with Anna Kournikova, which seems unlikely. Anna Kournikova occasionally would come to Michigan because of Fedorov. And one of my students in Michigan, chess students, he was the best collegiate tennis player in Michigan. He played for Michigan State. His name was Adam Monich, M-O-N-I-C-H. And he was about the same as Anna Kournikova. So when she came into town to visit Fedorov and wanted to play tennis, they would play tennis sometimes because they were about the same. His serve was better, but she had better ground strokes, more accurate. So they hit the ball around a little. Yeah, I'm talking about before you guys were born, not now. You got to donate straight cash. Bam. If you want to donate, then you know, I think exclam donate explains it. Yeah, do what that thing says. Let's see. What'd that guy say? Me? All right, you're banned. And your children's children. Got to donate straight cash. Exclam, take my money. She would win in tennis against my student. Now, the reason I was teaching chess to Adam was he broke his leg playing tennis. So he couldn't play tennis for months, so he played chess with me. And he had, what do you call it? Crutches. That's what they're called. Yay, straight cash. It'll be at least $1. Yeah. He wants to donate gay cash instead of straight cash. That's fine. Yeah. My name is, there you go. Yeah. Well, Adam at chess was, 1,100 on a good day. So, yeah. They would have been competitive tennis players. Probably Adam's better at tennis. But, no, I mean, probably he's better. But, yeah. Yeah. Can you donate Tesla shares? You cannot. All right, 1,928 viewers to do. Anyway, this is what would have happened if his time didn't run out, except for one thing. All right, I'll just look around at games. That game was a draw. These games are too high rated. 22-32 and 24-34. Correspondence game on Lichess, 1 move per day. Ugh. That has too many notes. That's a draw. Some kid sent this game against Naka. That's funny trying to learn. Reshevsky versus me. Didn't I look at that game? I like trains. This is my first rapid game. I made a blunder. This was a good tournament for me. This was my best win. I'm the best. Look at me. It's incoming money. Hooray. $9.99 for You Seen My Helmet. That's the best donation. Only slightly worse than $99.99. All right, let's analyze this game. He wrote a soliloquy. We'll have to delete that so that PGN works, I think. They have to delete all this nonsense. This was a good tournament for me. Yeah, all right. I want to hear your life story. Just send me the game. See, I'm having fun here. Man, what if it doesn't work? Wouldn't that be like awful after all this work if the PGN's no good? Well, let's see. That looks like all nonsense. Yay, it worked. This is from JA734. He's 1781 and his opponent's 1561. Black is the higher rated player. George Washington Open under 1800 section, February 2019. 1400, game 30, delay 10. He said, this was my best game. Look at my maneuvers, orchestral maneuvers in the dark. All right. Donate your left kidney? Your left one? Never mind. Yeah, Fedorov, yeah. Go Fedorov. When they were dating, I think he was 80 and she was 10. Or was that a movie that I saw? That doesn't matter. All right, 1,950 viewers adieu. Now, White doesn't play in the usual style that we're used to. The guy with White plays in Mitt Romney style. Hey, wealthy ladies, Mitt Romney style. Cracked and broken. He has plenty of Fabergé eggs. Plenty. Yeah, what's the movie where Ruth Gordon is dating... God, what's his name? I know his name, but I can't think of the actor's name. Jesus. She's like in her 80s and he's maybe 20. Bud Cort, thank you. That's his name. Yeah, Bud Cort and Ruth Gordon. Although maybe I made up Ruth Gordon. Harold and Maude? Yeah. Bud Cort, man. Mark just, man. I knew it was Bud Cort, but I couldn't think of his name. Yeah. Harold and or Maude. That's correct. Yeah. Yeah, she was slightly older than him by about 60 years. Yeah. All right. So the guy with black said, I'm the greatest. He said, nobody's better than me. All right. So far, he's right. Can't argue with that. All right. We transposed from a deep one opening to a Carol Khan Panov Botvinnik attack. For those of you that are confused, which is all of you except Mark and Spencer, this is how it would normally come about. And there we go. That's the normal Khan. Does anybody find it funny that the funniest Celebrity Jeopardy skits on SNL are the ones with Sean Connery and Alex Trebek, and they died about a week apart? Suspicious, don't you think? All right. As long as you think it's suspicious, too. Yeah. Big money, stop. $10 straight cash. Nick Rumproast with the straight cash. Turd Ferguson is correct. Yeah. Sean Connery is dead, question mark. He died a week ago. Yeah. I mean, that was big news. What? You been slaving for a week? That's right. Burt Reynolds was also in those, and he's also dead. Everybody's dead. What are you prepared to do? Yeah, those were great ones. Yeah. All right. Tell me about Mike Pompeo. He's the finest Secretary of State. You know, something. It's not too good. All right. Yeah, actually, there's a raffle on January 19th, the last day of his presidency. He's going to have a raffle Trump is, he already announced this, everybody in his cabinet or in his close circle who didn't get COVID gets a raffle ticket and the winner gets a big prize, but they didn't make a lot of raffle tickets because, it's only people who didn't get it. So, terrible. Trebek was the best. Pat Sajak is the worst. That's true. I wasn't a Trebek fan. I didn't like him as the host of Jeopardy, but Pat Sajak is a terrible person. So, yeah. I mean, Trebek's a good person, just I didn't like him in Jeopardy. And Pat Sajak's a terrible person. So, yeah. Art Fleming was the best. And if you like Art Fleming, which obviously you do, you're really going to like him if you watch the Weird Al video, I Lost on Jeopardy. And my mom was shocked. My mom was always talking about how much class and grace Art Fleming had, but in the I Lost on Jeopardy, he does this when the guy loses. So, why is Pat Sajak terrible? He's a Republican. He gives money to Republicans. God, what could be worse than that? Oh, horrible. By the way, if you want to see the world's worst acting, and I'm sure you do, there's a LA Law episode where Corbin Burnson or Benson or whatever his name is, he's dating Vanna White for one episode, or he's representing her. I forgot. And Vanna White was played by Vanna White, which is unfortunate. So there's one episode of LA Law with Vanna White, not a good actress, man. And the funny thing was, the whole episode, she was the woman turning the letters on Wheel of Fortune, and she couldn't do it. That's how bad of an actress she was. She tried to turn the letter, and she fell down. Horrible. Probably because you're not... Oh, you are a sub. I don't know. I guess because God hates you. I don't know. Yeah. What's wrong with Republicans? Let's see. Racist, white supremacist, garbage, religious, horrible, evil. I mean, I'm sure there's more, but, I mean, Kelly Loeffler's a Republican. Trump's a Republican. Not really. Pence is a Republican. McConnell's a Republican. Lindsey Graham's a Republican. Collins is a Republican. Every Republican I name is the worst person in the world. God. Look, I should know because the Republican Party was started in Jackson, Michigan. Although there's a city that argues they started it, so I don't know. Go Jackson, Michigan. Yeah, the truth does hurt. Yeah, Martha McSally's a Republican. What else? Who else is a Republican? Man, so many Republicans I can diss. Yeah. My wife is from Jackson, also Republican. Abraham Lincoln. That's right. Mitch McConnell's the worst person on the planet. Man, he's got a lot of competition. God damn. Did you say wild? Did you say accurate? God damn. Ted Cruz. Back me up. That's right. Rudy Giuliani. Oh, my God. You keep outperforming me. Rick Santorum. Who's that religious guy in Florida who always misquotes Bible verses, proving he's Republican? What's that guy's name? Paula White. John Voight. Rubio. That's right, Rubio. Also, Kenneth Copeland. God damn. Man, you guys are just railing on Republicans. God damn. You're just naming Republicans, which makes them look terrible. I'm going to Victoria Jackson. That's right. Bill Barr. No. Man, 2,000 viewers to do. God, Betsy DeVos. When you say this person's the worst, you can always find 5 or 6 Republicans who are worse. It doesn't even matter who you name. You can name the worst one, but there's like more. There's like, no, I'm the worst. Yeah, the Republicans in Georgia, Loeffler and Perdue, they asked the Republican Secretary of State to resign because he doesn't want to help them throw the election or whatever, cheat or something. They're furious. Terrible. That turned out okay. Steve Bannon, Ted Bundy, Milhouse. 2,000, we got 2020 viewers on 2020. Out of all those people in the chat we named who are all the worst, who's the worst? God damn. I mean, it's just a big tie. Yeah, Roy Moore's not too good. Man, terrible. McConnell, man. Rush Limbaugh. Al Bundy was a shoe salesman. 2,197 viewers. Okay, let's get back to the game where Black said he played the best. Probably he was a Democrat. So grandmasters like to take this pawn and then move their bishop. After here, they think Black can take this and gain that tempo. But he didn't want to do that. Now he did it. It's about equal. It's about equal. This game's pretty good. I don't like this game. Nobody's blundering all their pieces. It's just equal. Terrible. Every move perfect. Okay, now as I said, every move is good. I like the way they're playing. It's equal. Then White made a move I never would have thought of. So they got me good. White was very concerned about that, so played Rook B1. Boo, boo. Rook's terrible on B1. Boo. All right, these moves are good. Now that move is a horrible blunder, losing immediately, which is totally shocking. It's shocking how bad that move is. That's amazing. I mean, this just seems like a perfectly cromulent move. Bishop E4 is better. Now, Black is crushing it by moving his queen, attacking this bishop, then harassing this queen. That's because Rook B1 was so bad. So Queen G4 is good. The engine slightly prefers Queen F5, but whatever. And then Rook D8, and the queen is just terrible, frankly. That's amazing. You would think this position's equal, but this is a terrible position for White. Queen C2. Knight D4 is good. That's fine. Knight takes is forced. Bishop takes is good. Yeah, I mean, this is dangerous, this position. I mean, like, if I play H5, H4, you resign. If you play H3, I take the bishop because the F-pawn's pinned. So, like, this is just crushing. Very tough position for White. He played King H1, putting it in H, and Bishop E4 exclam. God damn, those are good bishops. It's amazing how bad Bishop A2 was because it looks completely normal. But my bishops are too good. By the way, I'm getting a text right now from two bishops Vatals, and he wants the score of this game. He likes all the bishops. He's pretty happy with the casino. Okay, here. So if queen takes queen, rook takes queen, and White escapes. But Black played Queen G6, maintaining the threat here, and also H5, H4 is a big threat. Rook FE8. Strange move for a low-rated player to play Rook FE8 and not just take material. The engine likes Rook FE8. That's why it's strange. Threatening Bishop G2 check, winning the queen. Queen C6, threatening Bishop G2. Never play F3. Never. Bishop E5 is good, attacking the queen. Take is good. Rook D6 is good, getting at that king. Truth hurts. Rook D6 exclaim. You can't play Rook D8 to play Rook D1. Well, you can play Rook D8 to play Rook D1. Yeah, in fact, Rook D8 is a good move. Rook D6 is more accurate because after Rook D8 threatening Rook D1, we have Bishop C2. After Rook D6 threatening Rook D1, Bishop C2 runs into Rook E1 check. So he played King F1 instead. Queen D4. Queen D3 check is best, and mate. Very engine-y from Black. Very engine-y. 1700. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, Black played like 2500 strength that game. Ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to have to contact the USCF and report you for cheating. Thanks for sending that game in. This game is all the proof that I need to ban you from chess forever. 2,300 viewers. We're going to do a report of that game, and Black's going to get a really high rating. It's going to be in the high 90s. It was suspicious, but it was actually played in a slow tournament. It wasn't played on the internet, and it was in the under section, and the guy won the section. Yeah. But obviously that game is very suspicious. Yeah. Very suspicious. I like it. 2,300 viewers. Only on my stream do viewers put their games in Discord and join and say, look how well I played, and then I report them and get them banned. Only on my stream. Hard to understand. Yeah, Black played really well that game. God damn. That was frankly ridiculous. Are we seriously thinking the dude cheated? I'm not, but I'm making a good case. Yeah, that guy played great. Damn. Yeah, see, he's right here. The more he donates, the less I'll report him to the USCF. So, yeah. Yeah, why'd you play so well? Let me see what it says. You wrote notes as to why you played well. I went to the bathroom. This move. You got 4.5 out of 5. This was my best. Things went pretty well. 2 bishops, Vatals, Rover. 1781. God damn. Under 1800 section. If you analyzed my game, I gave my game. How long have I played chess? People cheat. That wasn't on chess.com. That was in a real life event. Let's see. There are other chess streams to watch. There are? I don't think so. Yay, 2,300 viewers a do. No, we lost 10 viewers. Boo. All right, let's see what the analysis says. It says, frankly, analyzing 44%. Yeah, it's not analyzing it. It just stopped. It stopped working. You played too well. I can't analyze your game because it won't analyze it. Maybe it tells me here. 200 centidues. Yeah, the thing stopped working. I'll try it again. Run report. This analysis can be shared. Yeah, it seems like it's going really slow. I guess it's not working because, something. All right, we'll just look at other games until it analyzes that game. But anyway, you played the best. Yeah. The engine can't understand all the brilliant moves. RMK1523 gifted a sub. It's time for our second train. Thanks for the sub. We need somebody to donate 1 million subs. 1 billion. 1 trillion subs. 2,300. Let's see. Could either Bezos give me 1 billion subs? Let's see. I think so. Ooh, Perrier. The engine is furrowing its brown. Wow. In a vain attempt to understand. Close enough. Amazon is going to get fined by Europe for, cheating. Billions of dollars. That's how nice he is. Ooh, it's almost done analyzing the game. 92%. All right. It's almost finished. All right, let's get to another game. But good job, JA734. Very good. Too good if you ask me. This guy said, here's my game with Ben. Ben versus Aaron Asbury. I won by resignation. It was played October 28th. I still can't tell the time control. I'm looking and 1-8, so 3 minute. From Milk the Funk. My opponent submitted the game. He said, look at my game, look at me. All right, well, who am I to deny something? Okay, so Black submitted the game. This was a 3-minute game that we played about 2 weeks ago. Analysis almost done. Almost. Something. And he's rated 1792. Wow, there's over 100 games submitted. I probably just deleted your game. 2,300 viewers. Analyzing. That's still analyzing. Yeah, harsh. Okay, this is my game that some guy submitted. He had the black pieces. Okay, we have Smith Mora. Still theory. Queen's not well placed on c7 because of the open c file. So that's not the best square for it. And the engine says b5 is a blunder, and now I'm winning. It says knight c6, h6 are the best moves. After this, it says bishop d5 is winning. So if he takes, I take with the knight. If he goes to the second rank, I got rook c7. If he goes here, I have rook takes c8. That's a nice trick. So this is winning. I didn't see bishop d5. I played bishop b3. Boo. Proving I wasn't cheating. See? Got to prove it. Queen b6 is legal. e5 is good. Yeah, white has a good initiative for a pawn. Bishop b7 is legal. Bishop e3 is a good move. Queen c7 is legal. Now knight d5 wins again, but I didn't play it again. Another train. Bubble Art subscribed. I rated Bubble Art a couple of days ago. Yeah, when she plays chess, she doesn't know much about chess, but she does know to double up on the bubble up. So that's her finest feature of her chess play. She's a grandmaster at that. Otherwise, but double up on the bubble up. Yeah. All right, let's see. I lost my mouse. 100 centidues. Yay, thanks for the centidues. We have a train, another train. Okay, back to whatever it is I was doing. Still 97% analyzing, so it's never going to finish. It broke down just before it was done. Damn, harsh. 100 cent CW subscribed. Hooray. Go Ben, that is correct. Uh, 2,400 viewers to do. Go viewers to do. Yeah, her channel used to be called Bubble Art Bizguyer, but she didn't get the joke, so she stopped doing that. It stopped analyzing at 97%. I thought it was going to be done, and then, terrible. Your job's done. Get out. No, it's not finishing the analysis. Here it is. It finished. 96.4 for black, 61 for white. 20 best moves to 11, 8 excellent moves. 1 good, 5 book, 1 inaccuracy. That's pretty good. Yeah. 96.4 is good when you're 1,700. God damn. It's almost as good as Morphe. All right, we're going to need 1,000 subs. Who's going to step up? Just 1,000. Bubble Art, I think it's your turn. Time to donate 1,000 subs. Let's see what's going on Twitter. Not much. Pompeo says, I'm the president. David Backman says, if Trump leaves Biden a letter, it'll be written in crayon, right? I think Sharpie's more likely. President Trump says, we'll never decide who's going to win the election. I'll play golf with Biden for it. He didn't say that, but that was a good joke. 14 minutes ago, Trump tweeted, Obama spied on our campaign and got caught. 14 minutes ago? By the way, this morning, Donald Trump Jr. tweeted, "Go out and vote Minnesota." And then he deleted the tweet later. I don't think Minnesota's voting for anything today. The Bears, 9876 subscribed. Bears. The Supreme Courtyard by Marriott. That's pretty good. Supreme Courtyard by Marriott. Did I see the vote fraud in Atlanta? I was the vote fraud in Atlanta. Why are you begging for subs? Why be like that? No, you're right. I agree. Oh, snap. Somebody deleted your account. I can't believe it. No. He'll be a GM. I'd like to thank my mods for not banning that guy so I could. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Squire377 subscribed. Hooray. I voted, what did we win by 2,000 votes? 10,000 votes? That's how many times I voted. Oh, it was Eric who tweeted that? Now, I'm slightly confused because there's a lot of Trumps. Can you rank the Trumps in stupidity? There's Ivanka, Eric, Don Jr., the president, and then does Jared Kushner count? Is he a Trump? No. Yay, 200 centidues from Grunge War. Hooray. 1 centidue. Thanks, Ice Cream. Don't forget Tiffany. I forgot Tiffany. I don't think Barron's that stupid. I don't really know anything about Barron. Barron doesn't tweet a lot, so I don't know. 2,400 viewers a do. Yeah, now I could be wrong about this, and if I am, please correct me. When Trump was elected, Barron seemed like a normal kid, and then when I saw him last time, it looked like he grew about 2 feet. Is that the same kid? Did they replace him? I thought he was like an average-sized kid. It seemed like he was 6 feet tall next time I saw him. What? Terrible. $14 and 6'8". It's probably not 6'8". It's pretty tall though. Yeah, but he's really tall. All right. Now in this position, I should play knight d5. God damn. Then if queen takes knight, what happens? Knight takes f4. All right. I played bishop d4, and I probably made a connect 4 joke when I did it. That's a bad move. Knight c6. Now I'm worse. Bishop takes. Okay. Takes. Jude NYC is rating with a party of 32. Thanks, Jude. You're the best. Go, Jude, but stay there. Don't forget to buy merch. The more merch you buy, the more money I have. Then you'll be the coolest person on your block, which isn't saying much because where you live is iffy. You'll be the coolest person at the Four Seasons. And you can complete the sentence. Go, Jude. Okay, bishop f6 is good. Bishop f6 is good. Knight e4 is legal. It just says I'm getting outplayed. Now it says that move is a blunder. He should play bishop e5 winning. But he played this. Now white's winning. Yay, I should play queen g4 check, queen h4, but I played this. Boo, boo. King h8 exclam. Rook g8 double exclam. Now it says it's equal. Bishop e4 question mark. Rook g3 and black's better. Rook g. Wait, is rook g6 a mistake? Yeah, look at this draw. Look at this forced draw we could have had. And I sacrifice a rook and I draw. Yay. That's the engine line. Although I'm guessing I wouldn't have done that in drawn. I'm guessing I would have taken back on g3. Takes here. Put it in H. Rook d4. That's a mistake. Queen e1. I should have played g4. And if he takes it, h5. Matt Larson. G4 winning, Matt Larson. Bishop E6 double X clam. So King H7 is the losing move. King G7, then it's slightly better for white. Now I'm winning, finally. And then the game ended for some reason, but I'm not sure why. Hooray for Ben. So basically I had a winning attack and I threw it away. Then I had a winning attack and then I threw it away. And then I had a winning attack and then I won. So a very suspicious game. Put the engine on that game. We both played very badly. But I have experience over you guys. I was playing badly before you were born. So if we're both playing badly, that's advantage to me. Okay, level 3, we're going to need 3 subs in the next 30 seconds. Mepex subscribed. Go MJ. Which MJ? Somebody's got to donate 3 subs or we're finished. No. Who's the strongest player I ever played? You mean like physically strong? I don't know. $10 seconds. We need 3 subs. Who's going to save us with 1 second left? Nobody saved us. Level 3, such strong support. Not too strong. The best player I ever played in my life was Yasser. That's right. Man, that proves that Yasser is watching now. 7 subs, 507 bits. I mean, I played Carlsen and Caruana and Mamajarov and let's see, Gelfand and Anand. So that's, you can decide who the best was. Yeah, probably Doofus. All right, 2,500 viewers adieu. In 11 minutes, they're all going to say adieu. Unfortunate. All right, so that was an awful game. I'm glad I didn't submit that game. That game was terrible. Here's a game I played against Manmoth in one of our 10-minute tournaments. I was white. From Kangaroo, who's probably asleep now. You beat Manmoth? I'm going to ban you for cheating, Kangaroo. Yeah. That doesn't sound like you beating Manmoth. All right, Kangaroo 55 versus Manmoth. 10-minute tournament. It's the greatest upset in the history of chess. Nick Rumprost is gifting a sub. Hooray. I was moving fast. Imaginary players of the past. Beth Harmon, that's pretty good. He's banned on his children's children. The strongest player in the NBA, you mean physically strongest? I don't know. Magnus OTB in a tournament? We have not. Everybody's banned. No, only 2,400 viewers adieu. They're leaving in droves. Okay, so here's my mod versus one of our finest subscribers, Manmoth. It's a QGD. This is the Queen's Gambit. So the best move is Beth Harmon. I didn't watch it, so I don't know. Okay, here. I mean, my favorite Beth is on Rick and Morty, so I don't even know. Okay, now Black tried to play the Lasker defense, which normally begins with h6, bishop h4, then knight e4, then Black gets an h6 for free. Probably he got back rank mated this game, he didn't play h6. Knight takes e4, that's not the way to refute the Lasker. Yeah, bishop takes e7 is universally played by all GMs. All right, so that's the first error for white. And by error, I mean, position's equal. Put it in H, always put it in H. Yeah, queen b4 doesn't make any sense. I mean, Black wants to attack white, so Black should be pushing his pawns here. This queen b4 trading queens is right up white's alley. Yeah, then he decided not to trade queens, which is funny. Yeah, I don't know why he's playing a5, a4. He should be playing on the king side. Never play f3. Rookie is too slow. D5 is too ambitious, but still good. Taking is bad. Opening the C file for white, terrible. Yeah, and this is just winning for white. Yeah, white's winning. Rook takes D5 is the best move because this pawn's too strong. But I mean, after like Rook D1 trading rooks, this rook dominates. The king is stuck in the corner. A pawn's weak. Bishop is bad. It's not winning. It's just like barely winning. But Rook takes E3 is terrible because this pawn's a monster. Like he had two pawns he could take, and he took the weak one instead of the one that's going to promote. So that's the losing move. Bishop B5 wins out of hand. Bishop B5, Rook D1, push the D pawn. Plus 1,000. Instead, he doubled up on the bubble up, also winning. And then Bishop B5. Good. D6, great. Bishop E6 is forced. D7, and white's just winning. Yeah, for some reason, black took the wrong passed pawn or something. Yeah, obviously you would take this rook, because then it doesn't matter. But okay, take the A1 is more accurate. It doesn't matter. Yeah, and that's the end of that. And I remember I was watching this game during a tournament. I think my game had ended, and I started watching this game, and I was confused how Kangaroo was beating Manmoth. So the key mistake, because both players made mistakes, but the key mistake was here. Here, after Rook takes D5, I don't think Kangaroo's beaten Manmoth. I think they probably would have drawn. Probably. And white's better, but not winning. But after this, Kangaroo's got that passed D pawn. So that was a really terrible blunder. Rook takes D5, and they'd still be playing. Blockaded Bishop subscribed. No, you're of little value. No. Man, Shaq and I are both in bad shape. Yeah, I can't do anything now. It would have had to been 10 years ago. I'm not saying I wouldn't win, but I mean, probably he's the favorite now. Due to his, bigger, stronger, tougher, athletic, and I can't move. If it wasn't for that, though, like if I was him and he was me, then I would win. As long as I was still him. The engine says white's up 1.28. After Rook takes E3, it says white's up like 6. I mean, that passed D pawn, that's the Kramnik passed D pawn. Go Kramnik. He was more of a moth, that's right. Okay, it's 9:55. We have 2,560 viewers to do. So they're going to leave soon. No. I was black, double rooks, hung my bishop. Nobody saw anything. Intermezzo check, I win. All right, that sounds like a good game, except for one thing. Let's look at that game. The player with black submitted the game 300 plus 3. What's 300? That's 30 minute? No. 300. That's 5 minute? Yeah, 5 minute with a 3 second increment? That's a weird time control. All right. Probably played on Lee chess. Both players are 1,400. Black submitted the game. He said, didn't see stuff. My opponent didn't see stuff, etc. Mainly, etc. Sounds like a good game. 5-3. Yeah, 300 seconds ado confused me for a second. I knew when I was 12 years old what 300 seconds was, but I'm not 12 years old anymore. So, well, black's getting an attack on the king's side with his pawns on E4 and F5, but black doesn't have anything good for the endgame. White has a queenside majority, then white's king will be safe. If you're going to have a pawn on E4 and F5, you have to attack your opponent. You don't trade queens, then your attack is useless. Shallow and pedantic. Thanks for the 5 cents, though. Yeah, once I got out of 4th grade, I forgot everything. All right, black claimed there were a lot of blunders this game, but he won, so good enough. All right, so far, c5 is not a move I would play. All right, he sacrificed a pawn. I'd probably play knight c3 here. He took another pawn. All right. I would definitely not take with the queen and go into the pawn down endgame. All right. Knight d5 is a nonsensical move. What? Knight d5. Yeah, knight d2 is good. Defends the pawn. White's up a pawn. Yeah, that'd be good. All right, now black seems better with his two bishops, his what else? Probably wouldn't castle, but all right. Never play f3. Now we know who won the game. Yeah, e4 looks strategically incorrect. This is the greatest pawn structure ever. So you wouldn't play e4. You would put your rooks on better squares, like b8 here, and then eventually you would push all your pawns. But here you're giving dark squares away. Terrible. And b3 is a pretty bad move also. Just bishop d4 is good, or knight d4. That's correct. That's correct. That's okay. Probably better to play f4 and then e3 and get those pawns going. Bishop takes c3 is also of note. Yeah, that's better. All right, and this is, like this position here, it's like 50% a win for white, 50% a win for black, 50% draw because black's up a pawn. And here black blundered. He pinned his own bishop. Boo, boo. Okay, and then white said, if you thought you blundered, wait till I move. So now after rook c2, we can see that black's last move was shallow and pedantic. Do you agree? No, it's almost 10. No. Oh, I have another hour of this. I forgot. I thought my stream was almost over. I have another hour of torture. No. So after this move, white just wins a piece. So that was a blunder, rook c8, pinning his bishop. But white played bishop d2. He showed him. Bishop e3, I don't understand that. All right, rook c2 is okay. Good winning chance. Forcing the king up, suspicious. All right, and white should just, this is easy win now. White shouldn't give up his f3 pawn. These two pawns can stop these three, but without this pawn, it's just completely lost. So he needs to move his king up and defend this pawn. Rook here is just a blunder. This is a very easy win now, this ending. No, that was even easier than I thought. Yeah, for some reason, this was like the game between Zenyuk and Foizor from the 2008 U.S. Women's Championship. I'm sure you're all familiar. Or was it 2009? 2009. I think it was 2009. Might have been 2008. No, it's 2009. So that game, Zenyuk was winning, and she checked Foizor's king up the board, and Foizor won, just like this. Yeah, all those checking the king up wasn't good. Yeah, and obviously threatening mate. Conversely, white never moved his king up, so he lost. Frankly, terrible. Yeah, f3 was good except for one thing. Older engines like Stockfish, damn. All right, we need some more subs. We only have 1,850 subs. I can't believe that I thought I thought it'd been 2 hours on Chess TV and it was 1 hour. No. Boo. Yeah, that wasn't good, the white's endgame play there, leaving his king here. But it's very important not to give black a winning position on the king side. So king here and king here was necessary. Then we can try to exchange these and try to draw 3-2. If two super GMs were playing and white played this, I don't know what the result would be. Maybe black would win, maybe draw. Basic Pratt gave 10 subs. Hooray! Now, a few days ago on Saturday, we had a passing in the family. Karen's dad's been sick for a long time, and we knew that the end was near, and it happened on Saturday, and that's unfortunate. But we've still been streaming and working and stuff, and when Karen's not working, she's dealing with the family stuff like all day. So she's busy all day with family stuff. Then she gets to stream for 2 hours and forget about it. But my mom was very, 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 very sick about 3 weeks ago, and she recovered. But I thought it was 50-50. She was in intensive care, and she had about 10 IVs and a ventilator or respirator, whichever one is better. Not the worst one. But anyway, I mean, she wasn't breathing on her. She could breathe on her own, but I mean, she was really sick, and now she's fine. So, as Lois said, we're going to go back and live another 30 or 40 years. So we've had some really sick people in our family. Unfortunately, Karen's dad passed, but he was sicker than my mom. My mom just got really sick all of a sudden, and then now she recovered. So, anyway, my mom was a vegetarian for a year or two recently. Then she decided not to be a vegetarian. And on Saturday, my brother's going to bring her a corned beef sandwich, which she hasn't had in like 2 years. So it'll be the greatest day of my mom's life. So anyway, the truth hurts. Yeah, thanks for the condolences and such. Velikoth 90 subscribe. Hooray. Yeah, Karen and I are in our 50s. So that's when, look, your older relatives start dying. It's unfortunate. My dad died 6 years ago, and Karen's parents passed away just a year apart. Karen's mom last year and her dad this year. And my mom was looking bad, but now she looks fine. So my mom's not sick anymore. She was really sick. God damn. I never saw anybody who just was all IVs. I didn't know about that. Damn. But somehow she recovered. Yeah. So yeah, I look like I'm 45. Well, something. Yeah. I mean, nobody had COVID. They just, that wasn't related to how they got sick, but yeah. I used to be 45. No, nobody has COVID. There's no COVID. Yeah. I haven't had a corned beef sandwich, I guess, since early 1986. Possibly 85. Possibly. Probably 86. Probably. Could be 85. Maybe. I've said this on stream many times. You must move your king up in the end game. You can't leave your king on the back row. You can't do that. I say that, then the guy leaves his king on the back row. On the other hand, the person who submitted the game was black, so he moved his king up and he won. So, yeah. Well, if you're going to sub, as you said, I recommend corned beef sub. James Games 421 subscribed. Never had a corned beef sandwich in your life? Probably because of the way you spell corn. I was at a chess tournament before you guys were born, and I asked David Moody, who's a Michigan legend. He was probably 45 years old, I'm going to guess. He's a lot older than me. He's probably 20 years older than me. Anyway, I said, I don't know why, we were talking about food, and I said, what's your favorite Chinese restaurant? And his answer, we lived in Michigan, Detroit area. So. And his answer was, I've never eaten at a Chinese restaurant. I've never had Chinese food. So and he's an adult. So there you go. Is F6 ever good? No. Bakro still playing? Yes. I'm a new follower. You're a new tie wearing. It doesn't even say you're a follower. China Gate in Ann Arbor. What? Old Dirty Chinese Restaurant. That's right. Dirt McGurk has changed his name to Old Dirty Chinese Restaurant. Woo, 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 woo. Look how tall's the best. 2,700 viewers. God damn. All right, back to whatever it is I was doing. Not sure what I was doing. Something. I'm proud of this game. I feel like I played well. I was black. All right? Black is 1,500 and white's 1,400. Let's see. Annotations to the game are sort of strange. Time control 600. What's that, 10 minute? Yeah. Doesn't say where the game was played. All right. Anyway, he was proud. Gotta be proud. Who's the oldest player I've played? I played Arthur Dake in 87 in Portland. But I'm sure I've played older players than Arthur Dake. I guess. I feel like I played Eric Carklands once, but maybe I didn't play Eric Carklands. Maybe I imagined that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I played a rated game with Dake, but that can't be the oldest. It could be. I never played Korchnoi. Otherwise, that would have been a good answer. We're supposed to play him a match, but then he was sick. Yeah, unfortunately, he had Korchnoi's complaint. And it's funny, he could have taken care of that if he had won, at the very end, he would have had a happy ending. So that's too bad he... Okay, so this game was submitted by by Joe Adam. And I think this guy's going to become the president, Joe. He's also playing Dave Joe. All right, A3 is a weird move. Knight C6 is a weird move. All right, now we're back into normal chess. He's normal chess. B4 is not good because your king's on E8. You haven't developed your pieces. Black can successfully attack at the center now, which he didn't do. So in this position, not playing B4 would be better. Taking on D5 is the safest. Because now we can open up, we can play E5 now. And this king is very poorly placed. And the fact that the C3 knight's not defended is going to be really bad with this dark squared bishop here. The engine already says black's winning here after E5. Because the center's going to get blown up. And then white's king is over here. Yeah. And you really don't want to get blown like that unless there's a happy ending at some point. This is just terrible. I don't see a happy ending at all. Yeah. I mean, the only thing that happened here was after E5, black would be rubbing his hands together. That, ever played Reuben Fine? Reuben Fine was playing chess in the 40s. What? Reuben Fine? I was born 30 years after Reuben Fine quit chess. How old do you think I am? God damn. All right, so he didn't play E5, and when your opponent's king is in the center and you've castled and you can open the center, that's what you want to do. So even if E5 is wrong, that's a move you should look at because you want to open up the center because white's king is there. As white's not developing his pieces, but he sure is moving a lot of pawns. Okay, and this can create pandemonium. So E5 would be good for black. Played A6, which is shallow and pedantic. Oh. That's right, always milk those jokes. 100 centidues. Not like on South Park where they milk the dogs. That's different. Big money, big money, big money, big money. No whammy, stop. I don't know what it is. I can't see it. No, hey Kagura, I have no idea what you donated. $10. Yay, thank you. The thing went away so I could see it. All right, ZZY man gave 100 centidues. All right, back to whatever it is I was doing. B5, good. Taking on B5 is legal. Knight E7 is legal. All right, now black is better because he has the two bishops. E5 is good. Queen C2 makes no sense. Yeah, I would definitely take this, and the engine says queen c2 is the best move. How's queen? Oh, because it defends the knight. Yeah, maybe. So the move that I thought was the worst is actually the best. That's why I get paid the big bucks. Now it says my move's better. It changed its mind because it heard I was a grandmaster. Stockfish is like, oh, he's a grand. Oh, okay, that instant move is good. All right, so the engine says this move and this move both lead to big advantages for black. B6 I would never consider or understand. I don't know what that's all about. All right, A4 is legal, but barely. You don't want your bishop on B7, it's just blocked by a pawn. So that was not a good idea. Now white's fine. No reason to take on E5, but all right. F4. I'm trying to think, would I rather play F4 or get COVID? I mean, COVID I could survive. I probably wouldn't, but I could. F4, there's no way I could survive. Yeah, F4. Now, if Farnsley 69 is here and he's not, that's a backward pawn. Now you know what a backward pawn is. That's a backward pawn. Yeah, you can't play F4 because the E pawn is weak forever. You can't do that. Yeah. Now black's just winning. That's the worst pawn in chess history. You can't play F4. Now what you can do is play bishop F3 and rook D1. You can do that. Now you're making sense. Yeah. Illegally put your knight here, win this. Yeah, sack a piece for nothing. Yeah, you can't play F4. All right, that move is very shallow and pedantic. Yeah. Now, the best move is D4, and D4 was played. But if I was streaming, I would do this and then this, because that sacks the exchange. Giving all of my advantage away, but still sacking the exchange. But D4 is just crushing. Exactly. The real Magnus Carlsen is right. God damn. Does bishop C3 win material? No. Bishop C3, queen C3. Analysis over. Oh, then D4? Yeah, then you win material. Yeah, bishop C3, and here would win material because this is pinned. Yeah. But this is better. You want to maintain tension. The threat is stronger than the execution. Black's definitely going to win material. There's no hurry. And then he just gave a piece away. He has to play knight here. Oh, God, I just ate. Yeah. Bishop takes C3. Doesn't queen takes win a piece? Yeah. Does bishop takes win a piece? Yeah. It doesn't matter. Everything wins a piece. Yeah. Yeah, and the queen's overworked. F4 is incredibly bad. Too many pawn moves for white. E3, D4, C4, B4, A4, A3, A4, B5, F4. And then black wasn't busy moving pawns. Black was busy getting his pieces to the right squares. All right, and they played on and on. Always sack the exchange. Good. Unusual technique. But good enough. And then the game ended. This is actually analysis. In this position, white resigned, and this was the analysis that was given by the guy who submitted the game. Unusual analysis. The execution's never good. Never. On his own rage, that's right. Stalemate, that is correct. Yeah, so white made some mistakes that game. Yeah. But black should be happy because black's got 2 extra queens. Yeah, F4 is very, very poor move. Ruining his position. Ruined. I'm proud of myself. 1510, chess.com, iPhone. I sacrificed a lot. All right. And the guy who submitted it has the white pieces. I might have to get rid of this FEN in here. Yeah, pretty sure I do. All right. And I'm proud of myself. I'm the greatest. All right, good. What was the time control? 15:10. See how many viewers we have. 2720. Hooray. You had a stalemate. I have a very long joke I made up about that actor, Laramie. Since like half of you haven't seen my stream before, I can tell this joke again. The other half can just cry in the corner somewhere. A long time ago, when I was in my early 20s, I went to Europe, to play chess and stuff. And I was in Prague, and I met a woman there, and she became my girlfriend. We moved back to the U.S., and we got married. And it was good, but when it started out, she was my checkmate, and 10 years later, she was my stalemate at the end. It was a long time ago. Go Nightbot. Yeah, do what Nightbot says. Yeah. It's Karen. Now, I met Karen 5 years ago, but otherwise, 2,700 viewers a do. It's Boo Earns. And she was from Prague. Yeah. All right. So White said, I'm the greatest. So let's see if he's the greatest. So far, he's the greatest. Yeah, knight f6 doesn't look right. h3, you're not the greatest anymore. All right. I mean, h3 is not terrible. e6. All right. Passive. All right. King h8. God damn. a3. What's with the h3, a3? Knight g8. The points of king h8. That's what I didn't get. And the points of knight g8 is in this position to play f5, which is actually the engine move. f5. Damn. All right. Engine says White's winning because White's winning. I like the way White's playing. Yeah. Good, good. Very good play by White. No argument there. Black's pawn structure shallow and pedantic. That looks good for White. OCU Ba subscribed. Go Perrier. Thank you. Great play by Black is correct. Knight d3 is good. Yeah, you should definitely take it with a pawn and get that F file open. Then you could crush down the F file. That would have won much more quickly, but it doesn't really matter. Your position is too good. Ah, there's the right square for the bishop, except for one thing. Knight c6, sacking the exchange. Yeah, b5 is the best with after takes queen e2, but yeah, I wouldn't expect anybody to see that. Always sack the exchange. It's also completely winning for White. His technique is a little strange. Always retreat. So this move is a big mistake. After f4, it says White's up like +6, because White's just going to do this. But after here, now Black has counterplay with rook f5, which he missed. Because you can't let him, take that. So after rook f5, it says White's only like 1.5 ahead, whereas earlier he was up like 6. Now Black has real counterplay against the f-pawn. But he played here, which doesn't really do anything. So White continued on queening. Yeah, and now White played a very nice move. Now every move wins, but White played by far the nicest move. That's why he liked the game so much. Queen takes g5, and then b7. That is the nicest way to win. And then Black resigned. Not something I would do, but White is +9. 9. So yeah, not a good game by Black. Black got some counterplay at the end due to unusual technique, but it was good enough. Okay. I mean, white had a happy ending at the end, right? But it was unusual technique, so it was weird. Yeah. Puts the lotion in the basket, or else it gets the hose again. 100 centidues. Always play knife F5. My name is Tapisnu. Thank you. Also, what? All right. Why knight F6 was wrong? What? Knight F6 was never wrong. Yeah, so that wasn't the best game by either player, but much better from white. Much better. Black's opening play leaves a lot to be desired. Okay, I think Black's rating is from Lead Chess and White's rating is from chess.com. Oh, snap. I've been inspired to pick up the King's Gambit 3-2, 1600, 1800 from the Chess Gremlin. All right. Looks like a suspicious game. That's my kind of game. Suspicious. And then, let's see. I was white, 1680, 1500. Dr. Chess Gremlin, 1680, and then 1500. That's a good name. This is 3 minute with a 2 second increment. And Papa John's. Isn't Queen D2 check winning for Black, allowing White's a queen with check? No. What? White's queening with checkmate. Why would Queen D2 win? Oh yeah, with Rook. Yeah, skip me too. What did I skip you? What? Who? 100% correct. The best kind of correct. Okay, so Chess Gremlin's white in a 3-2 game. He played the King's Gambit, inspired by Morphy. It was a Falkbeer counter gambit, but instead of the normal move, or the move that I play, he played this, which is also okay. Still theory. All right, still a good position. G5 is good. Wow, he put it in H. God damn. Yeah, it's funny. The engine really wants to play H6 here, which makes sense. Hard move to find. He castled instead, which I would never consider. Wow. Now the engine wants to take something. Pawn takes, knight takes, bishop takes. But Chess Gremlin's like, no, develop pieces. Knight C3. Now knight B6 is the only move. Otherwise, White's winning. But he didn't find that. He played C6, which is pretty slow. H takes, and White's back to winning. Bishop G4. He took this, which is good. He took that, which is good. And White's just up material, and Black's king is no good. So good play by White. Queen D3 is good. Never play F6. G6 is good. F6 is terrible. Yeah, this is Black just getting crushed. Earning his rating. Very Morphy-like. Bishop G5, forcing him to take the bishop. See, when the queen and king are lined up, you got to watch it. What's funny is, earlier in the game, when he played G takes H7 check, he played King H8, which is correct, staying away from this diagonal and using the pawn as a protector of the king. And instead, he just took it later. He's like, all right, because he was in check. So now he's lined up on the bubble up. Bubble art will explain. And then after here, he just didn't see his bishop was attacked. So after Rook F4, I mean, it's losing anyway, but this just hastens the loss. So unusual play by both sides, mainly by Black. He's good at giving away his pieces. That's a cool mate. The crisscross mate. I mean, for Black, The only thing worse than getting crisscross mated is if he was required to listen to crisscross. Then it would make him jump. Terrible. I mean, the game was over, so, yeah. Not getting much better after 2 months? Give it 2 more months. The doctor told me I had 2 months to live. I couldn't pay my bill. He gave me another 2 months. So you should be fine. 2 months isn't a long time. Give yourself about 20 years. Watch the Taxi episode where Jeff Conaway threatens to quit acting because his time is up. He said he'll give himself 5 years to get a good acting job, something like that. And then when he doesn't get one, he gives himself another 5 years. He's like, yeah, whatever. Go crisscross. Go. Don't go away. Yeah. Yeah, the 5-year-old Coldplay song, that was a joke from Family Guy. Good joke. Go Family Guy and or Coldplay. Whichever is funnier. Man, they're always ragging on Coldplay on Family Guy. See, Peter was a member of Coldplay on a previous episode, and he tells the bandmates, I know, let's play some whiny bullcrap. And they're like, all right. Exactly. I practice regularly except for one thing. I practice eating. That's about it. 1,000 centidues. Go Dr. Chess Gremlin. Look at you with your extra queen, bishop, knight, 3 pawns, 1,000 centidues. Yeah. Well, that game you developed your pieces and you made threats and you captured things and your opponent didn't do all that. Your opponent played f6, then f5. Never play f6. Go Coldplay. That's Spencer's favorite group, except for one thing. Blah, blah, blah. Would you recommend to get better? Oh, play a lot of chess, then you'll get better. Your opponent was NN. That's correct. 2,790 viewers to do. What's next? I need a nap. That's what's next. All right, back to whatever it is I was doing. I'm just looking around at games. Not necessarily in order. Just, We'll delete this trying to learn joke. Putting jokes in here. I'm trying to look at games. Post the PGN, not the link. I was white. I squeezed my opponent, then I blundered a piece. Daily game, 1445 versus 1480. And this is from SV Eagle. See, this game was good, but I would be sad if he didn't have more Eagle. 1445, 1480. And it's a daily game. Jump. Thunder Cougar Falconbird. That's right. Very serious. I'm trying to figure out how to get Spencer to say Coldplay. I'm going to say Coldplay or Peter Frampton. I think I did it. It's not easy to get Spencer to say Coldplay. Yeah. He couldn't even do it as one word. He's like, Coldplay. He's still mad. Wasn't easy. He prefers the non-existent group Coldplay to Coldplay. There's 2 people where I don't know who Spencer likes better. Peter, because he hates both of them. Peter Frampton, who's the guy who was in Genesis and then they put Phil Collins in? Before Phil Collins. Although I'm not saying Phil Collins wasn't in. The guy who left Genesis. Peter Gabriel. Yeah. Peter Gabriel or Peter Frampton. That'll show Spencer. You like Frampton more than Gabriel? Man, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, Spencer doesn't like Peter Gabriel or Peter Frampton. Phil Collins doesn't even count. Yeah. I'm Gabriel Byrne. Spence, who's worse than Phil Collins? Oh, snap. Got you on that one. Try to find someone worse than Phil Collins. Bryan Adams is worse than Phil Collins? I don't agree with that. Terrible. First of all, Spence, the Canadian government has apologized for Bryan Adams on many occasions. So I don't know what your problem is. Was Phil Collins the drummer for Def Leppard? That's funny, actually. The Eagles are worse than Phil Collins? Boo! 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 Go Eagles! Boo! Ooh, I saw Air Supply in concert. That was my first concert ever. It was before they were a band. I think they were just in the audience. Oh, snap. $2,830 viewers a do. Hotel Californita. Interesting. So let me tell you a story about me and Karen. On the radio, a song came on, and it said Randy Newman, and it was Randy Newman. And I said, I've never heard this version. I only know the Joe Cocker version. And Karen's like, I've only heard this version. I've never heard the Joe Cocker version. So I played the Joe Cocker version, which is much better. And she said, I don't like that. I like the Randy Newman version better. And I'm like, what? So there you go. But it was funny that I'd never heard the Randy Newman version, and she never heard the Joe Cocker version. And I think it was You Can Leave Your Hat On. Da, 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 da. Is that the song? Is it You Can Leave Your Hat On? What am I talking about? Man, Karen never heard the Bruce Springsteen original Blinded by the Light. And I couldn't get her to stop going, boo! We had to take Karen to the doctor because she had gone, boo! For like a day. And the doctor gave her something, and now she's okay. Etc. Yeah, the best Joe Cocker is on SNL when John Belushi plays Joe Cocker. That's the best. Joe Cocker didn't like that. That was awesome. Yeah, go John Belushi. Left foot, right foot. That's right. Yep, they got Randy Newman good. Yeah, Joe Cocker, John Belushi duet is the best. That is true. You can leave your F on. Yeah, the faces are awesome. All right, back to whatever this game is. SV Eagles, our hero. Somebody has to be our hero. All right, looks like Yasser's playing white. I think Yasser is playing white. So far, white's playing better than perfect. Wasn't familiar with the en passant rule. Okay. Bishop e4 is fine. C5 is a very unusual move. I wouldn't recommend it. It's a strange move. We got other things we could do. D5, A3, bishop D2. B6 is all right, I guess. It's a weird game. I like it. It's like white's playing really well. Always retreat. Yeah, the engine doesn't like knight c3. It likes any move but knight c3. See, it's really double-edged to play knight b6, which the engine would have played every move of the last 5 moves, even when the queen was hanging. Because after takes take, is the b pawn strong or is it going to be lost? And the engine says it's strong, so it likes knight b6 a lot. LJ Gonzi subscribed to tier 3. I haven't seen you in a while, LJ. What you been doing? You been voting for Biden or something? You been filling up Biden, and shoving those ballots in? All right. If you are, great. Show me potato salad. That's right. Go LJ. All right. Wait, what's happening here? Why do you play knight c7? This pawn's attacked, so we got to take this knight so we don't lose this pawn. The knight c7 is just crazy. Bam! Gotcha. Yeah, now the game's over. Like, he just lost a really important center pawn for no reason. Just take the knight on c3. All right, he saw his queen was attacked. Good, good. Sticks his knight in there. I mean, with penetration like that, it's definitely going to be a happy ending for white. I mean, there's no doubt about it. E4 is good. Pushing him back. Rook d1 confusing the audience. How could you watch my stream and not play knife f5, which is the best move? Rook d1. Man, now knight d4 is good. He didn't find knight d4, but that would have been good. Attacking the queen? Where's the queen go? God damn. Queen can't go to c3 because of this check. After knight d4, white is forced to play knight here, and white's still better. But obviously, white's not going to find that. After here, white would have been in trouble. Yeah. Okay, so he played knight d6, which is no good. Queen e6 is good. That's good. All right, white's winning again. Back to winning. Pretty easily winning. f5. But e5 is connect 5. How can you not play connect 5? And e5 is obviously the best move. f5, terrible. Good thing he's so winning. Yay, e5. Go e5. e6, also good. Yeah, white's playing great. Look at him go. Bishop a5 is good. Bishop h3 is good. God damn. Rook de1's good. Look at all these good moves he's making. Rook takes f6 double exclam because he's got the rook here. That's some kind of, something. Now, every move wins, but this wins the most. It's sort of like what noise annoys an oyster? Any noise annoys an oyster, but a noisy noise annoys an oyster most. So you got to remember that. That would annoy an oyster most. All right, I'll clam up. Take. I mean, black was doing well. Now it seems like he's a shell of himself. Terrible. All right, and then Resigns was played. Good. Very good game by white. Very suspicious game by black. But black missed his chance to muddy the waters in this position. Okay? What he should have done, da-na-na-na-na, ow! Na-na-na. Oh, wait, that's a different muddy water, sorry. But he could have muddied the waters with knight d4. And instead, he played knight takes d6. I guess he wasn't a man. Da-na-na-na-na. Damn! Get that conch joke. Truth hurts. 2828 in the year 28. That's a lot of viewers. Let's get a train. 99 centidues. Thanks, sorry. You're the best. Go, everybody. It's Elizabeth Harmon's official account. Very official. Very suspicious. All right, with 2,820 viewers, I have 2,800 more viewers than somebody I'm following. You're the second best? What? Ooh, giraffe sounds good. All right, let's get that train going. 99 cents. That didn't help. He's got 99 cents, but a train ain't won. Hit me. All right, good game. Did you ever play a game? Let's see. Decided to sack. Chess.com. It's Joe versus Mama. All right, it's a 10-minute game. Submitted by the Black Pieces. He said everything was good, but then I kept losing evaluation. I thought I played well until I didn't. Well. Opponent, that's a good name. Good for opponent. What's a train? You know, you ride it to go from place to place. It's a means of transportation. Fabi was second best. Yay, 297 viewers sent to dues. Hooray. Let's get that train started. Yeah, China Syndrome's a good movie. Very good. Lots of good actors in that movie. Yeah, R.I.P., what's his name? The guy just died 6 months ago? Wilford Brimley. R.I.P. I assume Jack Lemmon died a long time ago, but I can't prove it. Is Jack Lemmon alive? Sounds like somebody who would have died a long time ago. Yeah, no, China Syndrome's great. Jack Lemmon's alive? Yay. I hope he's alive. Kobe's not alive. What about Jack Lemmon? Tell me he's alive. 100 centidues. Petrosian, which one? He's dead? No. Jack Lemmon's way dead? No. They're all dead. Damn. 99.99. Thanks, LJ. You're the best. So Jack Lemmon's dead. Wilford Brimley's dead. Michael Douglas is alive. Jane Fonda's alive. And I'm missing some actor from the movie. Who am I missing? I mean, that's all the actors. Is that everybody? Yeah. Yay! LJ Gonzi gave $1 million, then he gave 1 million subs. He's busy. Hooray! Jack Lemmon died in 2001. God damn. Yay! China Syndrome's a really good movie. Jack Lemmon's great. If you've never seen the original Out of Towners, maybe it's like 69, 68, 70. My brother would know. It's between 68 and 71. That has Jack Lemmon and Sandy Duncan or Sandy Dennis, one of them. Billy D. Williams in it for 10 seconds, maybe 20 seconds. That's a great movie. Another great Jack Lemmon movie. Jack London? What? Yeah, Jack Lemmon's great. You can ask Ving Rhames, he'll tell you. The Out of Towners, very funny. Some Like It Hot, excellent movie. Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis, and Marilyn Monroe, and possibly other people I forgot. Because, it's 70 years old, so give me a break. 250 centidues. Thanks, not most people. Yay, LJ Gonzi with the 20 subs and the $100 dues, or 99. Remember, nobody's perfect. Okay, let's see how Joe Bog. It's an exchange French. I'm pretty sure Karen's black here. All right. Looks like black's better. Now, I'm assuming the next move is a mouse slip. Also, Bishop G4 is not good because we have the knight takes D4 tactic. But I'm assuming the next move is a mouse slip. I can't prove it's a mouse slip, but I'm going to assume. King F1. Probably meant to castle. Probably. Maybe. Yeah, Jack Lemmon was great. Jack Lemmon's great in a lot of movies. Yeah. He's great. Yeah. He's just great. Great actor. Underrated actor. Yay, the Queen's Gambit. D4, D5, C4. Some guy's pasting some nonsense in the chat. Boo. No pasting nonsense. 2,900 viewers a do. What do you guys have to say about that? Nothing? All right. Okay, so king f1's probably a mouse slip. This move seems to win a pawn. The engine says black is still better because white's position is not very good. He gave up the 2 bishops for no reason. We should go back and talk about that. I mean, like, why are you going bishop here and taking this knight? You got to play bishop e2 and castle. Got to get castled. All right. So black castled after king f1. Knight takes d4 was still possible. Queen h4, I don't understand. Like, this pawn's hanging. This destroys the pawn structure. That doesn't seem like a good move. Yeah, g6, 95. Yeah, this doesn't seem good. Knight f5. All right, now it says it's equal because both sides are playing very suspiciously. Yay, it's more noise. All right, these moves are all reasonable. I got no complaints. Threatening mate in 1. God damn. Rook f1 stops mate in 1. Good move, good move. g5 is strategically not correct. Makes the bishop bad, gives away f5, allows knight f5. Very poor move. Knight f5 is correct. Knight e7 is correct. Rook e1's way too complicated, so just here's fine. Queen e2 is a strange move, but all right. I thought it was strange. Then I saw rook g7, and then I knew what strange was. Not most people cheered. Hooray! We already said that, but all right. Rook g7's a little weird. f4. God damn. See, the guy with black is better than me. The guy with black is like, what nonsensical move is my opponent going to play? Aha! f4. So if they're going to play f4, what move can I make that makes f4 especially bad? And he found it, rook g7. This is very funny because there's a guy in St. Louis, I won't mention his name, Mario Roper, and he plays very unusual chess. He's about 1,300. Anyway, he played a move against me once, and I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. I mean, not that it was a bad move, it was just shocking. So, and it was bad. So I showed Yasser, and I said, in this position, you can guess every legal move by my opponent, but you'll never guess what he did. And Yasser's like, all right. And Yasser knows Mario. And Yasser's guessing moves that he thinks are quite bad. And I'm, no. He's okay, I give up. And I make the move, and as I'm making it, it's like c4 or something. As I'm making it, Yasser thinks it's completely normal because he thinks I'm going c3. So I make the move, and when it goes, he's like, what? Oh my God, I never would have seen that was legal. I'm glad I stopped guessing. That was this would be similar. If Yasser was here now, which he might be, 1050, no, he's not here. If Yasser was here now, and I said, guess every move white can play, it would be very difficult to guess f4. I don't think he could do it. He can't play f4. It can't be done. Now here, white's doing great. White's up a pawn. Black has nothing. This is the worst bishop ever. Just great for white. f4. God damn. It's not even that losing because his position was so good, but it's just nonsensical. Now, obviously, we should take this, and then black won his pawn back, and white has to play. I say white has to play g4 here, but actually the engine plays here. Okay, and after f4, instead of taking it and being better or winning, he played g4. Wow, making f4 look great. g4 just hangs the g pawn, hg, and black resigns. So if Yasser was here now, and I showed him this, he would have to go to many therapists, many. He couldn't handle the truth. I stream a lot, I see it all the time. But yeah, like f4, g4, that's beyond the scope of this lecture. I mean, this just hangs a pawn and gives black all kinds of attack, and this just hangs a pawn and makes black's position really bad. And h4 doesn't take the pawn. Take the pawn. Yeah. Got 3 pawns, 1 for each of you. All right. I didn't do that. The computer did that. I was so mad. All right. Back to what I was doing. H4, putting it in H. Still good for white. C3 seems weird, just hangs a pawn. Okay, black doesn't take it. Okay, those moves are reasonable. Always sack the exchange. Now, there's no reason for this move. I would play it on my stream. But if I'm doing game analysis, that move's crazy. That just loses material for no reason. That's the thing, I wouldn't do it. All right, so white's winning again. Just winning. I was thinking rook here just wins immediately, and it does. And he finally did it. All right, we got 6 passed pawns. What else? Very suspicious. Always repeat, good. Okay, now in this position, let me explain why black blundered his rook. Okay, I can't explain why white didn't take it, but okay, white played check. Black saw he was in check, which is mildly surprising. After here, black knew that white would move his queen. So he wasn't suspicious like, what's that queen doing? So when he moved his queen, he was very worried about this and didn't realize the rook was attacked. Also, white didn't realize the rook was attacked. So black didn't do anything about it, and white also didn't do anything about it. But white's still winning, it doesn't matter. Then, I guess after f6, white's like, wait a minute, I could have taken that rook. And after this, he did. That's funny. If only Fen Beingold was here. f6, then take the rook. If Fen Beingold was here, he'd have to go to the doctor because he's laughing too much. It was very similar to the last stream where white played knight a4 and then bishop takes b6. If you thought that was funny, this is equally funny. Yeah, if only he was here. The Fireman 592 subscribed. Hooray. Put it in H. He's got the tier 3 sub, so he's putting it in H and playing knight f5. LJ Gonzi's showing off. Yeah, f6, then queen h1. Yeah, Fen Beingold was here. He would be smacking my bitch up because I think he likes Prodigy. Okay, so a5. Bishop h8, stopping the pawn. King e4, king d3. What kind of moves are these? How did white trap his own queen? I'm basically not looking at the game anymore because it's too one-sided, but the game got interesting. King d1. Damn. What's happening? What world am I in? The only winning move. c3 would have been funnier. It's still really winning for white, but it's getting funnier. King c3. All right, we're going to have a thing on the stream. The first right answer gets a sub if you're not a sub. How many checkmates in one does white have? Go. The first right answer, I'll give you a sub if you're not a sub. Also, I don't know the answer. I have to count them myself. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm pretty sure you guys aren't going to be right. Damn. Okay, I'm right. All right. Okay, you're the first right answer. If your answer is wrong, because I'm wrong, then somebody can correct me and they can get a sub too. It's you, Genealogy, Georgia, Genealogia. He said 8, and the answer is 8 if I did it right. I'm not saying I did it right, but if I did do it right, it's 8. I'm not saying I did it right. Somebody said 9, so I was getting suspicious. I'm pretty sure there's something that's not mate that they think is mate. That's my guess. Pretty sure it's 8. Somebody said 12. Wow. Spencer said 8, which makes it, I'm much more confident now that I'm right. A lot of people said 8, which really surprises me. I'm not surprised Spencer said 8. I'm surprised other people said there was 8. That's shocking. More than 8 just means you don't know the chess rules. You don't know how to play chess. Yay. Okay, so the 8 is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 with that queen. Then 1, 2, 3. That's 7. And then queen here. Those are the only 8 that I saw. I mean, I looked like 3 times. There can't be more. That's it. Stalemates are there? There's more stalemates. That's too hard for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's the one you guys would never find. You would never find that. I think there's 23. I don't think I missed any. Wait, did I do this? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I don't even know what I said the first time. Is there 23? 28? You missed G8. Oh my God, I missed the whole diagonal. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did miss that. Yeah, I missed all these moves. I never would have saw those. So there's 28 stalemates. Queen G8. What? Where's G8? This is G8. Yeah, okay. So 28's right? Is it 28? There's 5 with the king. And then with this queen, there's 6. So that's 11. That's 12. Then we just add up the queen moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's 28, 16 and 12. It's always 28. Yeah, so it should be 28. Yeah. So there's 28 stalemates and there's 8 checkmates. Now here's a good question. I don't know the answer to the question. I do know the answer to the question. Find every move that's not checkmate and not stalemate. That's hard. Okay, I have an answer. Yeah, 7's what I got. Somebody else got 7. Yeah, 2 times for F7 because wait, what's F7? This is F7? Yeah, there's 2 F7s, yeah. I got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All with this queen. I got no other moves. What am I missing? Oh, you're right. This. I forgot all the queen moves. So that's 10. How's there more than 10? There's more than 10? There's 10 with that queen. There's other moves? All king moves are that's... it has to be just 10. It has to be. It has to be 10. Yeah. So 28, 8, and 10. Confusing the audience. And I'm the audience. And he played this one. There we go. That's a mate. Yeah. 2,953 viewers a do. Ridiculous. Frankly. All right, it's 11. No, we never got to 3,000. All right, I want to show you guys something. I've analyzed enough games, so I want to show you guys something. I've shown before on the stream, but that's not my point. I'm not sure what my point is. Why do I set up a position? I'm getting confused. Set position. Oh, clear board. Okay, set position. Here. No. No, it's the other way. No, that's right. I'm getting so confused. Why is black at the bottom? All right. Am I doing good? No? Am I doing well? I've shown this many times, but at least half of you haven't seen it. The answer to the puzzle is not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in something else. I don't care about the answer. The answer doesn't matter. It cares about the answer. Oops. So I've shown this puzzle many times. This is white's a play in mate and 4. White's going up, and the pawns are all blocking each other. Oh my God. Guess it's illegal moves only, so I can't mess up. Okay, so basically you want to play knight here, mate, right? That's mate. And you can go there via this way, or this way, or this way, or this way. For mate and 4, this is the only way that works. Now you want to play this mate. So if black queens or takes your queen, then here comes the mate. If you play rook here to stop the mate, queen takes rook and then mate. Don't think the pawn can take. The pawn's not going that way. Okay, so the only move is c2. And the idea is if you play here to play mate, I make a queen, and then I can take your knight. So when you're white, you want to stop black from playing c1 equals queen. So the answer is queen c1. And now, it's a mate and 4 problem. This is move 1, this is move 2, and then this is move 3, and this is move 4. So black has to prevent white from following up with his plan with knight to d5, knight c7 mate. And the question, my favorite question is, how many different legal moves does black have here? Obviously, if you've seen it before, I've already asked that question. You remember the answer. No, you don't remember the answer. And you'll be like, oh, this, I figured it out. How many different legal moves does black have here? Still on Chess TV 5 minutes later. Remember, I'm not asking you for good moves. I'm not asking you for bad moves. I'm just asking you how many legal moves there are. So you would think, no matter what your skill level, if you know how the pieces move, and you're like rated 1,000, for example, you should have the same answer as a grandmaster. I didn't ask you for good moves. I just asked you for legal moves. So everybody should give the same answer. But if you look at the chat, there's like 14 different answers. So, right, there's 10 because there's 2 rook moves, and then there's 4 pawn promotions here and 4 here. So that's 10. Of the 10 legal moves, 1 of them stops this mate. So look at all 10, and then, oh, okay, that prevents this mate. So try to figure it out. Remember, you have to stop this checkmate. You got to find some move that stops that checkmate. I'm counting promotions as moves? What are they? Are they votes? Should I send them to Nevada and have the Nevada count them? Remember, you have to stop this. That's mate. So if you do one of these moves, the 10 moves, which one stops mate? Can you show 10? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are the 10. That was a good use of my time. All right. KK Detroit. That is correct. B1 equals bishop does prevent that mate, unless you're Nigel. And then Geary would definitely play knight d5, and the game ends in a draw because it's stalemate. Knight d5, knight c7 is not possible because black stalemated himself. Okay? And that's what happens when you don't get a happy ending. You have to stalemate yourself. Luckily, we're off Chess TV. We went from 3,000 viewers to 2,000 viewers. I told that joke just at the right time. Okay. Now, after you make the bishop, remember this is a mate in 4 problem. So if that was if this was move 1 and this was move 2, now white has to mate in 2 moves because it's a mate in 4 problem, and we're on move 3 here. Queen c2, bishop c2 is the only legal move. Then you have to mate in 1. You can't do it. If you play queen d2, I promote to a rook or a queen, putting you in check, so you can't play queen here. And if you could, I'd play rook to c6. Anybody can say the answer as long as they figured it out. If you already know the answer from me showing this before, let somebody else try to get it. Yeah. 2 people gave the answer. Knight d3. And then the only legal move is to take, and then checkmate. So that's the answer to the mate in 4. Is knight here, queen here, bishop, smack my bishop, and then mate. The end. Those other moves you give don't work. And then some. The worst answers ever. Yeah, I like that puzzle. I learned that puzzle before you were born. Then you were born, so then everything stopped, terrible. Yeah. Well, when you don't have a happy ending, you got to smack that bishop. I mean, what are you going to do? That bishop, that was the move. That was a good puzzle. All right. Now so we have 2,000 viewers, so somebody has to donate 16 subs, so we have 1,900 subs. Not sure why. Also, I never announced this because nobody cares. My YouTube channel, not to be confused with the Chess Center's YouTube channel, has 60,000 subscribers now. The Chess Center YouTube has about 55,000, so it's catching up. People watch the Chess Club YouTube channel more because it has better content. The content on my YouTube channel, which you're watching right now, is just my stream. It's just all my streams. However, we have lots of classes and lessons and Gingy and Kasparov on the Chess Center YouTube. Yeah. No, my politics are perfect. It's your politics that are terrible. No white supremacists on my channel. Boo, boo. Although here it looks like white's doing well, so maybe I'll change my mind about that. But still, always bet on black. Oh yeah, players of the past and everything. I made a video today that was sponsored. We had a lot of people watching live. It was a class that I taught on the Talbot Vinnick match from 1960, before you were born. Exactly. Hooray for everybody. Now, for those of you who weren't here before the last couple of streams, I want to show you something which will make everybody else mad because they already saw it 100 times. I'm not sure I can show you because I can't find it. How come I can't find my own games? Why does it stop looking at some point? Boo, boo. I've never been so mad. Chess with Ovi. Oh my God. How come I can't search my games? This is terrible. Maybe it doesn't want me to show you. That could be a good reason. I've totally destroyed everything. Okay, fixed. Why is it so hard? Why chess.com software so bad? Terrible. All right, then I won't show. So bam. You were born in 1899. That seems unlikely. Man, I wish I could figure out how to look at my games on chess.com. Come on. Okay, good. I think I figured it out. Yeah, I figured it out. If you haven't watched my last two streams, I'm going to show you something cool now. If you've watched my last two streams, you're going to be furious. Like, stop showing us this. I hate you. But they're not too bad. It's my stream. I still can't find it, so it's like really annoying. Not only can I not show you because I can't find it, then, something. Let's see. I was white. Let's see. Kasparov, Fischer, Guild Wars, Chesty, Kangaroo, Your Mother, Listen Lady. I'm the Listen Lady. Listen Lady. Here it is. Hooray for Ben. So on the stream 2 or 3 days ago, nobody knows which one, I got this position. Now, if you haven't watched my last two streams, this will be very interesting for you. If you have watched them, you're like, why is he showing this again? Too bad. So this is a 3-minute game that I played a few days ago, 2 or 3 days ago. And in this position, I played the best move, knight to d8. God damn. I said god damn. So the idea is I want to play queen b7 check, which I did. This is the game. Mate. How do you stop queen b7 check? Well, you can play queen takes knight or knight takes knight are the obvious moves. Play knight takes knight. You're no longer defending a7 because your knight's not on c6. So I have checkmate. And then I'm better. If you take with a queen, then I just get there a different way. So the best move by far is knight d8. Unfortunately, every move wins, but knight d8 was a really cool move to play in a 3-minute game. And now it's mate in 3. There's nothing he can do. I don't know how I found knight d8. The point is, now instead of showing you my game with Gelfand or with, the guy with all the names, Donald Trump, what's his name? What's the guy's name? Yeah, Fidel Corrales Jimenez, thank you. Instead of showing the Fidel game or the Gelfand game, now I can just show you this stupid stuff. Hooray. Now you can't get a hint because you can't solve it. No. Knight d8. I showed it to Uma Thurman, and she said, God damn. I agreed. We've been streaming for pi hours. 3 hours and 14 minutes. Let's see. So Wednesday, what do I do Wednesday? 8 to 11? Yeah, I stream tomorrow 8 to 11. I'll probably do more game analysis. I got to get rid of those games. I got to do it. I can't stop doing it. 1,800 viewers. Who should I give them to? I probably just won't rate anybody. That'll show them. It's like if I say the stream is bad, that'll make him a hero. If I say it's good, it'll make them famous. But if I don't rate it all, then nobody will know who they are. Man, that's the most complicated reference I've ever made on this stream, or anybody's ever made ever. Nobody could get that reference. It's impossible. It's too complicated. It would take me an hour to explain the reference. Does anybody get that reference? No? Anybody? No. It's from Taxi when there's a reviewer who's sort of mean and Bobby Wheeler lets him have it. So the guy goes to Bobby's play to review it, and he writes this great review of how great he is. And he says, if I say you're terrible, that'll make you a hero. If I say you're great, you'll be famous. Then he rips up the review, and he says, if I don't review you, you're still anonymous. Man, he got him good. Can I show you knight d8 again? It's right there. But you're right, I'll try. Now in this position, white has many moves that win, but knight d8, threatening queen b7 check and queen b5 mate, as well as taking this knight. The knight is needed on c6 because it's stopping queen takes a7 check, but you have to stop queen b7 check. That's hard to stop. That's not easy. C'est pas facile, oui? Wait. That's correct. Cold-blooded. Yeah. Hooray, references. Donna Dixon, that's right. Queen c8, boo, boo. Queen c8 undefends the knight on c6. So we can mate this way. This is the way I would have mated, but there's a better mate. Okay? I talked to Pearl Jam. They couldn't find a better mate. Queen takes, and then knight c6 mate. God damn. Now that's a mate. That's the greatest mate ever since Karen. Karen's a pretty good mate. But that mate, that's pretty impressive. Queen c8, you failed miserably. Terrible. The lesson is never try. King a5, double exclam. King a5, there's two moves that stop mate in two. Knight d4 and king a5. King a5, the best move. Takes. Now you have to take it. I take, and you can't stop mate. Got two different mates, one for each of you. Can't stop them both. The point is, not that it wins or it's winning or it's mate. The point is, knight d8's the best move and I played it. I mean, if anybody played knight d5, I would be banning them. I would tell Danny Wrench to ban them. I would contact the other chess channels, have them banned. I'd tell FIDE and the USCF. I'd talk to the Intergalactic Chess Federation and say, come on, look. If Leela did it, I would say Leela was cheating using Stockfish. But somehow I found it. It was great. Pawn to d4, doing nothing. It's the same mate, the same deviled egg. But since you donated so much, d4 is an excellent move. Very good, LJ. I'm going to give you a place in my cabinet. Let's see. You followed me. I paid somebody money. What? I gave somebody money? I don't remember doing. Oh, that's right. I did donate a sub. Yeah. Leela Elliott. Leela. All right, I'm gonna raid them. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, substandard time, also etc. And don't forget it. Bye, everybody.